blank to the face. So seeing her laying there with missing half of her head was just like...
The basic message that I just wanted to know that it's okay to ask for help. Like in the addiction world, people think it's embarrassing to go to rehab or go somewhere like, you know, to go away. But what's really more embarrassing is being out there and still pedaling and doing stuff that you need for your habit. So just know that it's okay to ask for help.
A passenger jetliner that flew into the building, that doesn't happen, right? I mean, that's a professional pilot who knows what he's doing, or she, and they're not flying into two big towers that are in the middle of the sky. That's not happening. So we knew it was, we felt it was an attack, and we felt that it was the same people who had threatened to kill us.
Corporal Keith Shibley is presented the Valor Award for his immediate response and courageous actions during the shooting rampage at the Washington Navy Yard.
There we are.
Sir.
We made it. Folks, we're so sorry for the technical difficulties. I was actually going to take the week off. I took yesterday off on the Aussie channel. And, I mean, you even know, like, you haven't even heard from me in a few days or whatever. But, you know, sometimes those days happen. But today, Keith, I woke up and I was like, I just put a post up saying, like, you know, like how some days you're, like, ready to kill, like, in a good way, positive way. Like, I'm going to write a song on the piano. I want to do something with the Buffalino Project. I wanted to try to write this. I'm like, why can't that just be every freaking day? And it's a serotonin thing, but like I'm working out.
Some days you can't get out of bed, and some days you get out of bed ready to rock and roll, man.
But when I get to going though, man, I almost get manic. I'm like, but I get the job done. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, folks? Welcome to Mind Over Madness. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. Yeah, Keith, I put that theme together in 10 minutes. That wasn't bad for 10 minutes.
That looks good, dude.
For 10 minutes. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but thank you all for being here. Keith, why does it feel like we did do it last Tuesday, right? Or did we miss it and then we made up for it?
No, we did. We did last Tuesday. We did last Tuesday with Bobby. Bobby was on.
Oh, yeah, that's right, though. Like, because I'm like, why does it feel like, well, we haven't, because this week we didn't do anything in between because I had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
We all have stuff going on, but it just feels though that way. But my point being though is and I'm going to get you logged in, man, up to the StreamYard. After that, we'll figure all that out. And then this way we can just start busting out whatever. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. And just want to say some hellos in the beginning. I actually got a new monitor. My buddy Jansen told me, he's like, dude, all you need is a monitor. Put the wires in. You have a huge monitor. And just boom, boom, point. Like, it's amazing. You just look right over and you have everything right there. But so, oh yeah, you're not in now, Keith, where you could touch the comments. What's up, Matt?
I am. It looks completely different than it did last few times. So I think.
All right, well, touch a comment. Touch a comment.
All right, let's see.
Is your laptop touchscreen?
No.
Oh.
Let's go with.
Then use the mouse. Yeah, use the mouse. You got it.
Yeah, there it is. Vaz.
You're in, man. That was Keith's first comment that he pulled up ever, Vaz, was, hey, Loomis and Keith. Vaz, you're the first one.
You popped my
comment cherry.
My StreamYard comment cherry, my friend. I appreciate it. You'll always be the first.
Popped it right up, my man. Popped it up.
Yep.
So Vaz is the first comment. So now, Keith, you could do that. See, I have the touch screen, makes it a little easier, but they're a pain in the ass though, too.
Yeah, I like you do it, man. That way we don't.
Well, no, you know, just Victor Purchase Jr. Keith, what's going on, brother?
Victor's my man. Victor's a good dude.
What's up, Victor? Thank you for being here, my man. I appreciate that very much. Matt, we love you as always. Always love you. We see you, Victor. So make sure not to miss anyone. No, Vaz, the man. Jordan, what's going on? Thank you for being here very much. Appreciate it. I was just telling Keith before I was thinking of like taking another week off, but then today I just woke up and I was like, ugh, like, you know, sometimes you just get a funk, man. Now I feel like I could fucking punch a fucking mountain through the fucking, you know what I mean? But that's, you know. So, and Loomis, it's all good, brother. You have a lot going on. We all do, my man. Thank you. Bobby, what's up, my man?
Bobby.
We're actually, guys, we're going to talk about Bobby a little bit tonight. So real quick, and then we'll get to the rest of the comments. Last week, me and Keith though had Bobby on. If you guys missed it, it was a live. It wasn't like episode that has some music and is edited up, and then you see Bobby, but like it was still a great live, and we had a blast. But Bobby though's coming on though with us though this weekend, and then within the next 2 weeks though we're dropping and probably a two-parter, which is going to be. And Bobby, thank you very much though for giving it to us like exclusive on your end. His story, like with Dean and all that, and then another part of the actual Keith Canadian underworld. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So, I think we could do a 20-part Bobby series, man.
No, I know, but I mean, we could like the thumbnail, the Canadian underworld, and when Bobby's talking, like, but we'll be seeing each other here and there. But I can make it documentary style and put music to it. I'm telling you.
Yeah. If for some reason y'all missed
photos.
Yeah, if for some reason y'all missed a live with Bobby last week, go back and check it out, dude. That's man. I tell you what, I thought about his story for days afterwards. And it's a crazy story, crazy childhood, crazy early adult life. But the biggest part that you don't expect is how it completely turned it around, man. Because most people that were in his shoes.
R.I.P. to Dean. I apologize, Keith. Real quick. R.I.P. to Dean.
Yeah, that was his buddy, man.
But
I'll tell you, so since the show, man, exchanged numbers with Bobby, and he's just a good dude, man. He really is.
Bobby's the man.
Yeah,
and I told you,
see how my day's going. We had a couple short conversations, just shooting the shit about the day. He's just good people, man.
Well, he's going to be on, and we're going to do a little two-parter where we're going to have a nice little hour of him telling us about his life. And Keith, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. That live,
I'm sure.
Oh my God! If you watch The Hard Life with Bobby Bright on the Loomis show, you'll be like, woo. But all I'm saying is though, and then to get the Canadian underworld from his point of view and the way I'll edit that up and stuff, it'll be a nice little mini doc, like those little mini docs you make on that with both going back and forth. I'm gonna put some music to it, make it look good, because I love learning about Canada, because I don't know it all, and Bobby is well versed in that, and he was involved with that. So who better than someone? What better source, And besides just being a source, he's a fucking hell of a fucking guy. He's a gentleman, and I do anything for Bobby. He told me he even before when we thought my pop was going earlier, he's like, listen, man, afterwards it's on me. Just come out, I'll fly out to Canada. He's like, we're gonna go out to here, and everything's on me. This blah blah blah, and I'm just like, thank you, man, blah blah blah. Obviously that didn't happen though yet or anything like that, but he's just Bobby's a real one, man. Yeah, and to come from where he came from, Keith, because we look at our lives. Let's be honest. I came from a family that at least though there's roof over the head, food in our mouths, and grew up with friends, and had a stable upbringing and stuff like that. I just ended up turning into a fucking whack job. My point being though is that we hear stories about people coming up like that, but when you really try to put, when he's saying negative 68 degrees and laying under the car, he's not just telling us a story. He's fucking reliving it. Try to put yourself there, man. And I can tell you did.
Even the people that, they like you, I came from an excellent family, man. 2 great parents. We never even went hungry a day. You know what I mean? Always had something. Might not have had everything, but we had something. But dude, he's been on his own since he was fucking 8 years old.
Dude, when he was telling us the crimes at the beginning, I thought he was talking about when he was 34.
Yeah.
He was like, no, that happened when I was 9. I was like, whoa.
He was 8 years old, took his baby sister and ran from
my God.
And stealing just to feed him.
And he doesn't, and what I love about it the most though is Bobby laughs that's how I am always all over the place. Bobby's little tick is he always just a laugh, doesn't mean he's laughing at what happened. It's just that's how he communicates. But my point being is he doesn't glamorize it. He tells you the story, And then he says straight up, like, this is what's going to happen to you. And what happened to his best friend Dean is terrible. Because I know I'm going to end up going out to Canada to see Bobby, and I would have loved to have met Dean. And R.I.P. to Dean. Guys, Dean's actually the stuntman in Cinderella Men. If you watch every time Russell Crowe's fighting, like from the back end, that's Dean. And he did a bunch, if you look on IMDb, and he was also just a tough street dude. But more importantly, though, a great man and family man, and RIP to Dean as always. But yeah, that two-parter, man, with Bobby's going to be something. I am looking forward to that. And then not to mention, don't forget, we got part 2 of it's actually dropping tomorrow at 6 p.m. Part 2 of the 9/11. But see, everyone heard of 9/11 about like New York, and not saying everyone didn't hear about the Pentagon. Of course, they hear about the Pentagon, but they hear in detail about the Pentagon because you always see the towers and stuff. It's just unbelievable. And part 2 actually really gets into the evidence that Tom and his beautiful wife Jean, they were in charge of that evidence. So it's what happened. We interviewed them, Keith, on 9/10.
Yeah.
The day before 9/11, and I got that part 1 out quick.
Yeah,
and
it was quick.
Kevin will tell you. Kevin was shocked when I got his out. Like, that's even if it's quick, like it's not. You don't just look at the hours. It's like what it does to the brain too. Like, because you just do a lot, And I'm not looking for like, oh yeah, whatever, got that out. But I don't want anyone thinking when they're being interviewed, if it doesn't drop for a week or 2, that's good because I'm working on it, and I'm not going to fucking release anything that's going to be half-assed because once it's out there forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think the best part about part 2 coming up is you do get to hear about the evidence part of the Pentagon attack, but I mean I've never heard them. I worked with Tom for fucking 10 years, man. I've never heard them go into the details about like how that mentally bothered them or certain calls in Tom's earlier career, how that mentally bothered him and some of the effects that it had on him and Gene's life afterwards. It also they go into the
Bobby,
the 9/11 the 9/11 the medical stuff and what people can do to make sure that these people that ran into the buildings and the towers and the Pentagon and got cancers and all kinds of other stuff, things that people can do because people are still getting sick from that stuff, man. And everybody always says never forget, but let me tell you, some fuckers are forgetting.
Well, you know what? And then I put that up though real quick, and it was the morning of 9/11, and plus we just started this channel and all that. Like realistically, we didn't really start that. We did start the channel, but not like boom, let's go. But my point being though is because life happens, unfortunately. My point though being though is it's just a different insight from the people that were actually there. And this guy, I mean, he was involved with crazy cases, right, Keith?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like top of the food chain, right?
Yeah. If it happened within like those 20 years, he was probably involved in it, from the USS Cole bombing in Yemen to several embassy bombings overseas to
and who did he rescue in Iraq? It was a hostage.
Roy Hallams, man. We're definitely having them on too. Yeah. He was part of that. Roy Hallams was held in it was a 4.5 foot high hole by, I think, 8 or 9 feet for 300.
Let me just say though, real quick. Sorry, Keith, just because it's live. You're right. You're all good with that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cut you off because live's like you just gotta say what's up to everyone. Brad, thank you so much for being here, brother. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Costa, thank you. We love you as well. And thank you guys for dropping by and hang out, talk, and we're gonna have an interesting conversation right now. So join in. And Brett, you're a witty one. But go ahead, Keith. Sorry.
Yeah, no, so it's just Roy Hallams was held in a 4 foot high hole for 311 days, and Tom was part of the intelligence gathering that figured out where Roy was, and then Delta Force went in there and swooped him up. But it's a crazy story, man.
Yeah, And also too, what's great about it is, even though I think I did a good job on the first one, like now I'll have the time, not like, okay, it's got to get it pulled, like it'll be, because dude, I was on that all night, and that's what sucks is when we interview people, we want to give them, like, I look at it like it's like when back in the old days, like when you compliment the hotel and you take care of them and this and that. I wanted them to get like the best thumbnail. I wanted to get like the best treatment, the best looking video. I don't want to just rush anymore because of a certain date. If it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we rushed to get that out, and then unfortunately, the Charlie Kirk murder happened that night too. So,
well, that happened on that. Well, me and you were on with Tom, and then
we were interviewing Tom when that happened. Yeah,
yes, that was the 10th.
Yep.
And yes, R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk. And yes, that you're right, because the second we got off, because you even said that Tom will probably be on one of those stations, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he is. And then we have Chief Sund. He's going to be coming on very soon. I talked to him last week.
Look him up, people. Chief Sund. Yeah. Look up Chief Sund. Let me get him up here right now.
He was the chief of police during the insurrection, if you will, at the Capitol.
Keith, spell this. Keith, spell that motherfucker.
S-U-N-D.
Excuse my language. Wait, Chief S-U-N-D.
Yeah. But it's very rare that you find a chief of police anywhere. And I have not met one person from the Capitol Police that has said something negative about him. That dude was loved by all his people, man. So yeah, when he basically got fired after the insurrection or whatever, and he wrote a book about what really happened that day. So we're gonna have him on. He's gonna talk about it, but it's some details that you won't see on Fox News or CNN or MSNBC.
Well, yeah, and also too, though, for the people, just to get a little idea of here, this is Chief Sund right here, and this is from Chiefs. The Thinking Conservative News. Subscribe to them, the Thinking Conservative News. So here's a clip.
And go. I think it's play, buddy. And now I can't hear you.
Him being the chief of police on January 6th. Perhaps that is because his testimony didn't fit with their preconceived narrative. I now recognize Chief Sund for 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, Chairman Loudermilk, Ranking Member Torres, and members of the subcommittee. It is hard to believe that it has been almost 3 years since January 6th, and we are still having congressional hearings to identify what contributed to that tragic day. To date, there have been 4 congressional reports, along with several Inspector General and Government Accountability Office reports, and they continue to support what many of us have suspected from the very beginning. January 6th was an intelligence failure. We rely on accurate intelligence to help us develop effective security and operational plans. Accurate intelligence is
You're muted, bud. Loomis, you're muted. Oh, boy. I'll text him. You're muted. But yeah, that's Chief Sund, everybody. So it's gonna be a good interview. You're muted, Loomis.
Could you hear me?
Now you're back up. Yeah, you're muted.
So let me ask you this. Like, that was just him at the congressional hearing, but he's been on a bunch of big stuff and all that type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
My point though being though is that's gonna be that's going to be something else, man. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And I love, though, with this new show, Mind Over Madness, man, what we're doing, like how we're, it's not just one lane. It's all people.
Yeah.
It's first responders. It's gangsters. It's addicts. It's just fucking humans.
Yep. Real life shit, man.
Musicians could come on. Law enforcement could come on. Lawyers could come on. Freaking basketball players could. Yeah, it's just that we're open forum. It's just happened to be what me and Keith do. So, but yeah, anyone that wants to come in and share their story, please definitely give us an email. And actually, I'll put that email up right now for you. I hope I actually did a banner style though, so I didn't. There we go. Perfect. Email us at Mind Over Madness, and then just take your mom, MOM at gmail.com. Mind Over Madness at gmail.com. Send us email, and we'll get back in touch with you within 24 hours. And you don't need a fucking Wikipedia or this or that. Just if you want to come on, share your story, share your testimony or whatnot, please reach out. We're here. And anyone that's suffering from addiction or needs anyone to talk to, that email, use that as well. And you can find me at Loomis_show on Instagram if you need to get in touch. You can find Keith at Mind Over Madness, Mom?
It's Mind_Madness_show on Instagram.
Mind Madness Show. Got it.
Or Keith Shibley on Instagram. That'll work.
You're the first person ever, Keith, in the world, that set up a show for Instagram and didn't put the full name of the show.
No, it wouldn't let me. It's
Mind Over Madness.
I think someone's got that already. I tried like 6 different.
Well, you put official Mind Over Madness. It's funny, man. I can break balls. I was dying.
Oh God.
First person ever, like, what's the name of your show? Mind Over Madness. What's the Instagram? Mind Mom Mad Over.
Well, dude, listen.
Marketing. Great marketing.
You let some 48-year-old fucking cop play with Instagram for the first time. I mean, you should be. I'm proud that I figured out how to fucking set up a page, to be honest with you. Yeah.
No, I'm proud of you too. But I just think that
you get what you pay for.
I know, but I'm just gonna teach you something in marketing. Usually, if you have a brand, you want to use the brand's name.
I'm starting over now. Now I'm starting over, motherfucker.
Listen, we all fall on our face and we learn, my man. We learn. What's up, Bobby? Looking forward to seeing that. Hey, Bobby, I watched something on the Camisos on Netflix, and that's what I wanted you to see, just to see if you do a little clip, a little review on it. I don't know if any of you people seen that new Netflix documentary about the Canadian underworld, about the Camisos. And Bobby, you'll definitely know every player that they talk about in it. That's why I was telling you to watch it. If you don't have Netflix or whatever, if you want my password, just I'll get in touch with you after this or whatever, and just use my password and watch it. I think you'll like it, and you'll definitely know how accurate and well, you know those guys. So I think that I would love Keith. Like, I wish we all lived next door to each other. Like, it was like when we had like a padded studio, like the things that Costa gave us, all black padded, like with the line going, like with maybe like a bright bluish or light type purplish, just going around, and all of us are in the same room, and we all just, Yeah. I love streaming, man, but I mean, on location, man, is what that's the dream, man. That's what I want to do.
Well, you never know, man. Stranger things have happened, right?
No, make it happen, man. I really, really, really would. That's what I would definitely love to do. We could actually make hey, what's Dave, my man from Arizona? Dave, how you been, my man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate you. And Brett's still in the house. Keith, my brother, Costa. Oh, by the way, I do have to say. So, Keith, I have these, right? So now look. So now you can see up in that corner, you can see all of them right there, Then I can see them all down there and all right here. And then not to mention down there. And then there's one right next to me there. Anyway, hold it.
Costa hooked you up, bro.
No, but here's what happened. I go, all I did was this. I go, fucking, I sent him a video as I was putting up the ones. I'm like, Costa, yeah, I'm going to do this and that. I got 30. I'm like, I need 30 more and I'm going to fucking kill it, blah, blah, blah. And I could have ordered a blah, 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 this or that. I was just saying, like, 30 more will complete the fucking wall next day. Not. Boom. I look at the porch. There's the freaking the goddamn glue for it, and another freaking thing of freaking 30 of them. And I wanted to do it immediately, but you have to wait for like 48 hours until they puff open, like, till they open and really spread, or you could get them wet and put out a hair dryer. But I'm like, I'll be patient. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to put them up, and then I'm just going to have a certain type of light back there. And I just think black behind me is going to be good. Like,
Yeah.
I like the green screen and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I want my own background in a way,
Yeah.
And I can even have a shelf coming out of one of them with something hanging there. You know what I mean? I used to have my old school background.
One of these days, I'm gonna hook up the basement into my little recording area too.
Oh no, Keith, wait till you see what happens. What happened to me was it all started in this tiny little corner, which was nothing. Then it started on it started on a patio. And then it just, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, you're fucking, doing what Kevin's doing. You know what I mean? Go to studios again, that's, but God bless my best friend, AJ Bartoletti. He's got a studio, recording studio, music and all that shit. And Jansen as well has all the equipment to do the same thing. Harris, he's a freak of nature. But that's the dream, man. Just to get our own recorded studio and just boom, bang it out. And Keith, I want us to look into how we can get on Spotify. Like, people are like, why are you guys doing that? Like, a lot of people do that, and you get a lot of other people who hear us. It's not the visual. And then some people don't hear us, and they're like, oh, well, they're like interested in being like, oh, well, I want to watch the visuals. So boom. So I think this week, see, folks, we're so transparent. We even talk about our behind the scenes business with you. But I think this week, Keith, we should try to figure out how to get on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
And really make it a podcast legit, like on all, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm sure Kevin could probably help us too.
Yeah, but that 102. Let me tell you something about Kevin. And speaking of Kevin, there's Bobby. I have my father dead weight. I just pulled him into 200 rooms. Kevin, could you please, what do you call it? My dad's like in my ear. I'm like, could you please call my friend Bobby? Kevin was like, oh, who is he? Blah, blah, blah. I told him a brief thing about like what he's going through. Next thing I know, Bobby calls me like 5 hours later. He's like, I talked to him for 3 hours, this or that. And then Kevin, calls me 2 days later saying, yeah, I just called Bobby again. He's like, I want to go down there and this and that. Like, that was freaking awesome. Because a lot of people, when you say, hey, man, do that, they'll be like, oh, I got this fucking going on. And listen, sometimes I understand that you have that going on. But to just really be about what you preach and not just some fucking, look at me, this is what the motivation thing of the week. But I don't really my heart isn't really into it. Like, that's not Kevin.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
He's 100% legit on everything he does and everything he talks about. He backs it up too.
Yeah, and he would not even do he's never did streams. And when I asked him, he's like, something about you, Loomis. He's like, yeah, I'll do the stream. Yeah. And,
he's told me several times he won't do a stream.
Yeah, and he did it for me. And I thank you, Kevin. I guess out of respect, and I told him when I saw him with John A. Light, Mike Dowd, and all them in that same studio years back, I remembered him. And I'm like, I like that guy, man. Like, it's a cool dude. And I haven't seen him in like 2.5 years. And then I saw a picture of him next to Anthony Ruggiero Jr., I think it was, somewhere. And then I just messaged him up. I was like, hey, man, blah, 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 so that. Got back in touch. Next thing I know, boom. Actually, I sent him a video. That's how I do it. I don't send people fucking little emails, Keith. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, come on the fucking show. It kind of puts them more in the spot. And then they also get to see my face. So it's different. I swear to God, that's how I never paid for fucking.
I think I know what video you're talking about. I think that's when he had that. I think that's when they had that charity thing right after his partner Mike passed away. I think they had a big charity event, and that's where he was with whoever you said. But yeah, he's legit, dude. I love that guy.
Oh yeah, and then he didn't know Bobby from Adam. He just knew Bobby was a friend of mine. I think he might have saw the show, like he knew of Bobby and about Bobby, whatever. But like just to take that, I mean, I'm talking hours out of his day, to do that on the spot. I mean, that speaks volumes. Like it really does.
This is like the weird part of this show and doing this, man, that it kind of baffles me because usually I'm very careful, like with
Annette, how are you, honey? Good.
With like who I associate myself with, you know what I mean? But Loomis, I've never met you in person. You know what I mean?
Well, I know. And we're only 4 hours. Like, I mean, 3 hours, 58 minutes. Nice
but
the
like,
Johnny Depp trial. So,
but my point of this is it's like just doing the show and getting to know you and doing the show and just getting to know Bobby. Like, I knew if I called you or Bobby, it would be like, we've been hanging out for decades. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. And even if we didn't hang out, like me and Chance are talking, if I didn't see you for 2 years and we talked like this and I saw you, it would be like I saw you yesterday. Yeah. It's not about time with people, with relationships. It's about the connection. And you know what I mean? That's what it's about. Please hit that like button. Yeah, why not? Shameless plug. Please hit that like button. I know it's not in the chat, but we appreciate everyone though here. But this is like, we don't give a fuck Tuesday where we just let everything out. We let you guys know what's going on. And, there's been a lot of negativity out there everywhere that you swipe. And rightfully so in a way, 100%, because negative things did transpire. But, I don't mean to sound selfish, but I just think sometimes, we need to turn away from those. And, after we already know, we get it. We know what's going on, and with tragedies and everything like that. But at the same time, we still have to move forward and live our life, and not just constantly be stuck on the negative, which is very sticky. Do you agree, Keith?
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
but see, it's kind of hard, like, because I understand though what has to be like reported, but certain things don't have to be reported.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get political, but there's like one thing that like the news did it to rile people up. Like when they said, when they showed all the people like celebrating that man's death.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did they have to show us all that? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the media though for you,
Yeah. I mean,
there's billions of people. Of course, some people are going to, as our wackadoos are going to celebrate a death. But my point being though is they turned that into a story. And then it gets in people's heads.
Yeah. I mean, hate sells. And as long as the media that's getting paid by the politicians keeps us divided and fighting with each other, then it just takes the microscope off everything the politicians are doing, man, which is pretty much organized crime, in my opinion. But
well, it is, without a doubt. They took a lot of organized crime ideas from organized crime, too. Let's not forget. Booze was legal before prohibition, but gambling, and all that shit. I mean, now they got DraftKings, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that shit though going on, and all these guys just have to go and do fucking 15 years or some did 20 years over fucking gambling, but and booking and all that shit way back in the day. But yeah, no, man. I mean, I'm just still thinking, man, when Bobby was on the other day, and I looked. I think what was that? Were we on for over 3 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
Over 3 hours. It felt like an hour. And I was like, because I had to put my pop down and all that stuff. So like I was like, fuck. But we could have kept going and going and going. But that was intense. And he told me his story before, but doing it again though, like with you, it's almost like you ever watch a movie, Keith? And then like, the movie, but then you watch it with someone else who you're like, yeah, man, I want to watch this shit with this guy, fucking see what he thinks. It was like that. But so like it made it like different with all of us talking about it.
It is, man, because like even having Tom and Gene on, I know pretty much their story, but interviewing both of them on September 10th, man, I heard, I couldn't count how many, things I heard that I didn't know about either one of them. And I worked side by side with that guy for a decade. But so that's the other cool thing about like this stuff, man. And
his wife really loves him.
They're both, dude. They're both. It's like
no, but I know. But I mean, I could see like real, like unadulterated, like real love. Mm-hmm. like, oh yeah, they're in absolute love. That's a
Power
beautiful
couple,
thing.
man. Yep.
Beautiful thing to see.
Yep.
They really are. And like you could tell, like she's proud of like certain things like that. So like it's like because when you're editing, like you have to study every little detail, literally every second, because you might have to put something here or there. You know what I mean? So it's just like look when you look back at it, Keith. It's in that way. It's just I don't know. It's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was real adorable in the sense that that shit that doesn't really exist anymore. Like with the newcomers coming up. So that's just nice to see that.
Well, it's crazy also because we have a motto in policing. Usually, you don't eat where you shit, or you don't shit where you eat. So, having new officers coming on and stuff, I tell them all, I'm like, do not date within the department. It never ever works out, and I would say 95% of the time, it never works out. And they worked side by side together for 20 some years. And
that picture, man, I think is adorable. But you saw our thumbnail maker, the new 2 ones that they're.
They loved it. Yeah,
I know, but dude, we had no notice, but that interview just went boom, 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 boom. Next thing I know, I'm up all night like I'm trying, and what was that? Are you there?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
I just went black. I just want to see if we got any comments though, quick, because we didn't check in a while. And that the media want to control your emotions 100%. That's why I try to stay away from them. I try to hit the gym. Man, I'm back to doing sprints, Keith, and I do the bands. So I do, Keith. I do light weights, more reps, because the older you get, it's gonna hurt your joints and stuff.
That's what I do. Yeah,
it's gonna hurt your joints. So, but I also don't do like slow, sometimes come down slow, or like I'm doing shoulders like this, slow, like these little bastards right here, like where you only bring it up to here and down, like when you're like that, and keep that elbow up. My favorite is shoulders. What's your favorite?
Shoulders. I like shoulders. My strongest is like tricep exercises.
Yeah, no, I like doing no triceps as long as they're mixed in though. With tries are usually mixed in sometimes with benching, but you can.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just do push pull. I do a push pull, so I'll do like chest and tries, and then I'll do back, shoulders, and biceps on the same day. Then I'll do legs. But I hate running, dude.
Do you do the rope?
Yeah.
Do you do this?
I don't do that one. I usually use a curl bar and lay on the bench and do skull crushers.
Oh yeah, skull. Keith, on your last, after like you say you do, I always go for 12, and then what to do is as fast as you can until you burn out.
Yep. But I go slow too.
I'll teach you how to work out, dude. Like if you never tried it before, I'll show you what to do. You want to hear some funny thing about me? I'm only breaking balls, but I know that shit like inside out, like working out. I really do. Yeah. From like my brother, and like I've done it my whole life, and I used to take a lot of steroids and all that shit because when my cock didn't work when I was on the bad stuff, I kept the fucking steroids rocking so the cock works. So that the woman.
I tell you what though, I'm on test now. Like I went to the doctor. I'm on testosterone replacement. I went to the doctor, man, probably about a year ago. And my levels were like fucking low. And they say a lot of times, like for military first responders, since you're always like in the yellow and you're always kind of like, what do they call it? Over vigilant or hyper vigilant. It wears on your body. And one of the things it wears on is your testosterone. So I was in like the low 300s, man. My doctor got me on this cream that I don't do the shots. I don't fuck needles, but it's just something you kind of just rub on your shoulders every day. And
the cream.
Yeah. I sleep better.
Yeah. I'm like a nut though, Keith. I'm a nut. Like I like to get because it's a bigger needle and you jam it up your ass, not up your asshole. You jam it up your ass. And as long as you make sure there's no blood back there, then you push it in. And then when I was on, so when I was in Philly, I was on, what the hell is it called? Winstrol. And dude, I was like Rocky, because you had to take it every other day. And like you put it up here in your arm, you put it on your thigh, you fucking put it up in your ass and all that shit, dude. And like it just turns you into like a Greek god and stuff like that. But then, dude, I stopped everything. And then that's like when I actually liked the way I looked the best, like not all huge and Hercules, just more yeah, like when you like, so when I first got that stuff and it kicked in, I was like, holy fuck, like I'm going back to the gym and I put another plate on, I put another full 45 on. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm getting over 300 pounds benching and stuff like that. And that's crazy for me because I was never a good bencher and I have long arms and stuff like that. But then though, it just became, because even when I went to rehab all those times, man, with the fentanyl and all that, with the leg, all that, there was like, what was that, 5 rehabs? Yeah, 2 detoxes in 2021. People would still be like, dude, how are you like how you are? But you're, like, cause I try to do some push-ups or whatever, but I always made sure I put 0.5 in the ass every week. You know what I mean? During that, for some reason,
and I've never put anything in my ass.
Not like up the hole, it's above, you know what I'm talking about. But no,
I
know.
Dude, when I was using, I didn't work it. I stopped working out for fucking 6 years. When I was using, I could give 2 shits about working out.
You were taking a horse steroid, you weirdo. Love you.
Costa.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. Like Keith, like we were going, like, that's why I laugh at the baseball players. Did this one take steroids? They all fucking did. I go to the gym, everyone's like, yo, look, man, what do you want? And that's us in the gym. You're up in the major leagues. Could you imagine? And those McGuire and them were all juicing, dude. How fun was baseball?
If you don't think pro fucking athletes take steroids, you're kidding yourself.
Well, no, now though it's a lot stricter. Like off-season football players for injury, you're allowed to because you're not in the testing pool. Yeah. Same with fighters, as long as you're not in the testing pool, you're allowed to.
Well, they can get. They're pro athletes, man. It's just like saying that they test for drugs. Every one of these pro athletes smokes weed and shit all the time. You can't.
Yeah, but not during the season though, or they fight.
Yeah, they do.
No, of course they do. But I'm saying though, they got fucking doctors next to them that could just take this. You know what I mean?
Or the doctor pees in the cup for them.
Exactly, because it's not probation, so it's not like you're not allowed. You're allowed to. That person's allowed to walk into a bathroom by himself. Mm-hmm. No cop could follow him. It's not probation or parole, and you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tell you what, man, getting older, I think I texted you during jiu-jitsu last night. I broke a toe. My middle toe.
Guys, we thought, oh my God, Eric, she's laughing. So today I thought we were going to have to cancel or postpone because Keith broke a toe. And I told him, get half a pop of Costa. We need your help. Keith broke a toe, man down. But I told him to get half a popsicle stick. Did you get that message?
Yeah, I did. That's funny, but no, dude, you never know how much you never realize how much you need your toes, man, until you break one of them.
Oh, dude, it's horrible. Listen, it's freaking terrible. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I told you maybe one time I relapsed. Well, I broke my toe, so I was I was going to take a piss. I lived on Brookside Street. I hit the freaking right where the top of the where the banister is for the freaking steps. I go down. I'm screaming. I punched the freaking, I forget what it's called, one of those things that holds up pictures. Boom, that leg's off. I'm fucking going nuts. I crawled to the bathroom. Keith, I was like in agony, like a little baby. And then I put ice on it. And then it was good. But I literally had to get a cast for it. And it was like shooting up my leg. And I immediately relapsed. Yeah, but I only had like 3 months at that time. That was like one relapse from broken toe. That's
2 things. My hard head last night, after I knew I broke it, I still do jiu-jitsu for about 45 minutes when I should have just stopped. So I'm sure I heard it worse. But that's just the bonehead, egotistical part of myself. But I tell you what, man, I'd be lying to you right now if I didn't say that driving to an ER and, just showing them my foot and them giving me some kind of medication did not cross my mind. So,
what do you think that for the background, Keith? Huh? The money with the blow.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it crossed my mind to go to the ER, show them my foot. The nurse will probably throw me a couple oxys, but that's just a train ride I don't want to get back on.
No, man, Keith. See what happens to me all the time. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's actually my picture from my old house. But did I ever think I like the blue one too? That we were just on. What was it? This? No, it's not Halloween. Well, Halloween's coming up though. So where the hell was it, Keith? No, I know you're like, Loomis, what are you doing? Here it is. I like that. Anyway, so because I'm going to edit some clips out of this and shit. That's why I'm doing this, just so you know. It makes it easier with the squares to crop. So, all right, what did you just say about Halloween?
I didn't say shit about Halloween.
No, but you just said something.
I said I would be lying if it didn't cross my mind to go to an ER and show them my foot. And
oh yeah, but they can't do nothing for a broken toe.
No, but they probably give you a couple painkillers if you really ask.
Well, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, like, you know, with what's going on with my pop and all that's like the hardest thing ever. We had that family meeting for the first time with during the week, me and my brother, my mother, and all that, and about which route we're going, this and that. But like, I was like, I absolutely what it would just one night, what it would feel like, you know, to eat like a perk 10 or a blah blah blah, and then immediately all I immediately thought was my father's suffering, you selfish fucking pussy, fucking fag, fucking puss, fuck. And I don't mean fag in a gay way, whatever. Like fag, we used to call someone fag, like meaning like get up, blah, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? I used to beat the shit out of my cousin for messing with my gay cousin who was 6 years old. You kidding me? I have gay friends and all that shit. Fag they took away from us because it was, I don't know why, but it means no offense.
It was,
right?
It was widely used in the 80s, that's for sure.
Yes, I mean, come on, it had nothing to do with sexuality, so please don't get offended, folks. I really truly mean that. And the funny thing, Keith, is the gay people I know, they don't get offended by it.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
People just wanted to be troublemakers and so that, whatever. Anyway, where was I going with this?
Taking a perk from after
taking a perk. Yes. So immediately I was like, you selfish son of a bitch. Your father is dying, and he is, you know, and you just need to feel good. Why? Like you're not sick. You feel okay. I mean, I know you're upset. I'm talking to myself here. Like, I know you're upset. I know you have, like, you know, doubts in your mind and all that stuff. Like that's the other guy talking to me in my head, this and that. But if you do that, A, you're a pussy, and B, you'll never, like, meaning, like, even if it happened once, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself knowing, like, oh my God, I had to stoop that low after all that time to do that, just to get through for one thing. And when this man's fighting for his fucking life, you know what I mean, Keith?
Yeah, no, I mean,
the selfishness of it though would kill me. And first off, I'm just letting you know, no one ever talks about the thoughts. I have thoughts all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't act. I do act on those thoughts. And those actions on those thoughts is going downstairs and sitting by side of him and holding his hand and talking to him, or giving you a call, or giving Bobby a call, or Kevin a call, or shooting the shit with Costa and Messenger, all that type of stuff. You know, it's the people around you, man. That's what it really is.
Well, that's what, like, you know, before my foot, you know, we didn't talk a lot last week. Like, last week was a shit week at work. Just crazy stuff going on. Then, you know, had a little issue with one of the kids.
Sherry, just so you know, she said, Keith, thanks for being the best with a blue heart. Thanks for being here, Sherry.
Sherry's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'd love to have her on.
But yeah, man, I mean, I had a shit week, then had something happen with one of my kids. And it was, yeah, your brain tells you to escape this stuff. There's an easy way out, man. So I have thoughts all the time, dude. 7 years in, now they're not as overwhelming as they used to be. But yeah, dude, I have thoughts all the time. When I go, you know, to help out with my dad down there, man, I know right where the liquor cabinet is. But it's like you said, man. It's like if I would just feel like the biggest turd on earth if I did that. So
no, 100% though.
But the thoughts they're not going anywhere. They're going to be there forever, man. That's what's part of being an addict. Those thoughts are going to be there until you die. You just got to have, like you said, outlets. Call you, call Bobby, call Kevin, call Sherry.
That's what I think it's all about, though. In the end, when it all comes to it, Costa, you got to be rolling, buddy. You got to be dying. Keith, I like, though, how the what do you call it, though? The yin yang looks like that when you pull up the comments.
Yeah.
That was all you too. That was all you, Keith. But still though, the lettering though still getting worked out though, and all that stuff. But anyway, I just think too, man, with these Tuesday lives, which everyone in the chat is like a part of, we just, we shoot the shit. We talk about what we got coming up, this and that. Obviously tonight we had to talk about Bobby's episode because it was just like, that was the tip of, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg, my man. That wasn't even close.
It's crazy.
But, yeah. And then if we get that episode too, man, like, with the history, it'll be us like narrating it and you'll see us and stuff, but like talking about it, like the history of it and stuff would be pretty cool. Or even like, not to do the whole history is a lot, but I'm thinking editing wise, that's why like I'm bitching out, but I'm not bitching out. I'm just saying that at least one faction of it wise or something would be cool,
Yeah.
And what is Sunday?
I could listen to Bobby for fucking 2 days straight, man.
Here he is. Exactly. Make the calls to us. You got it, Bobby. What did you say again though about Chief son?
Oh, I was just saying that his story's crazy, man.
About him coming on.
Yeah, first of all, I've met one other chief that I've not heard one officer say anything bad about him. Everybody loved that dude. They loved working for him. And that's rare for a chief of police, man.
I can imagine.
And, he was just, I knew him when he was in DC police. We worked a lot of big scenes together. We worked the Family Research Council shooting, Navy Yard, Alexandria shooting. And then when he went over there to Capitol, man, it was like he was only a chief for a little bit. And then January 6th happened. And I don't want to give it away, but his story's crazy. He's
out there already. But listen, I don't mean to cut you up, but is he coming on our show?
100%. Yeah, we just got to find a day that works for all three of us.
Because I know we've been talking about that. I was just wondering if he was like, boom, yeah.
Oh no, he said absolutely he would.
Nice. See, folks, we discuss our phone calls basically with you.
But no, you'll hear things when we interview him that you won't find from any of his congressional meetings or anything. He's going to tell you the 100% truth and how he got to railroad, and he's got a great book that you should go pick up too, and he'll talk about that. But yeah, it's going to be a great interview. He's a great dude.
Thinking like, we got not counting the lives though, but we have Tom and Gene with their two parts, and then we'll have Bobby's, and then after Bobby's we'll have Chief Sons, and then after Chief Sons I already know of someone else that'll be great. Like, we could go like back, and we could go back and forth from, well, it's not really even labeling like gangster, mobster, street guy to a cop guy or whatever. It's just, let's just keep getting great guests.
Yeah, man. I've got a handful of people, but what was I going to say about him before I stopped talking? How I didn't know Chief Son. I mean, we worked several cases together where he was like the big boss for DC, and there's actually, I'll get it to you. There's a picture of us talking on a DC newspaper after one of the shootings that we were both working. And we didn't even know each other back then, but he heard about just the mental health recovery stuff I was doing. Because, several officers committed suicide in the few days right after January 6th. And he just reached out to me. He was like, hey man, I'm Chief Son. You want to grab a coffee? And I went and just met the guy for a coffee. I didn't even know what it was about. And he's just, just grew a kind of a friendship from that. But he does good. He does great things for people, man. He still backs.
I watched like the generalization of like what he's all about ever since me and you've been talking about him.
Yep.
I got like a good generalization of what he's all about. And I'd seen him. I know his face even before you brought it up. The second I saw him, I'm like, oh, him. I know who that is. But I'm really, really, really looking forward to that, man. Yeah, and I just think the mixture of because we're both addicts, so obviously this is, especially during the lives too. Anyone ever needs help, bro, we're always here for you because we all both come from that world. But mix the guest though that we're gonna have on, I just think it's just a great mix of. I think we should of all of it like Tom and Gene, and then you have we have Bobby, and then we have Chief's son, and then maybe someone that, was an addict that couldn't get out for years and tells their boom. And then it's just everything and anything. It's just,
we definitely still got Kevin. We still got Tom. We still got Sherry.
And don't forget, I never released the episode of I had my buddy Gerard sit here by himself and tell the story about shooting himself.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't have to edit it. That's like a soft white underbelly. He's just sitting there in this chair. He was down here. And you could hear me. I asked him 2 questions. You hear me in the background. But besides that, for an hour and 7 minutes, he just talked to the camera. And I have the thumbnail for that. That's the guy, Keith, who shot himself with a 380 like through the heart.
Crazy.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then they came out here though with the.
He's the guy that punched you in the mouth when you went to go say hi to him.
No, that's how we say hi. Like we were going like this, and I tried to go low, and he went boom. He slapped out, just his finger slap got me right here, and and you saw that short. Oh yeah, he's tough, very tough individual. He had that upbringing though, like Bobby and stuff though, going through a lot of different type of like homes, and just he had a terrible upbringing. Let's put it that way. And he is an extraordinary human being, and the fact that he's still here is just unbelievable. And I was driving and he's like, "Where's that episode?" I go, "Listen, I got a new channel. It's Mind Over Madness." I go, "We want to release it on that," because he wanted it on the Loomis show. And he's like, "Well, yeah, is that your new thing?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Yeah, just throw it up on there." And I have him sitting here with the green screen of like, looks like a warehouse, whatever. And he's just talking. And all I got to do to edit that, Keith, is I'll just do some like move his face in closer, move it back. You know what I mean? Just like some angles, which is nothing. And hit subscribe here, there, in there, and fucking put the little, dude, we have that. We do have that. And that's not like me or nothing. That's just him talking. And that's a story of hope and a half. I mean, you wake up, man, in the ICU with tubes down your throat, and after shooting yourself in the heart. And if you would, I wish I had the picture to put up. You could tell that wasn't for what do they call it? Act of cry or something, a cry for help. That was the real deal. Like, and I asked him, he said, he was 380. He wasn't sure if it would definitely go up through the head. So that's why I went with the heart, but with the hollow point. And that's what, if he didn't go hollow, he would have been done. But that's what helped him, because it came out here. But my point being is that you wake up with tubes in your mouth. You're at the lowest of the low. Your addiction's out of control. You just basically ended yourself. That's the rock bottomness of the rock bottom. That's the definition. I mean, you can't get more like boom. And to like see that comeback, even if it's a small comeback, even if it's whatever, but no, for him, it's a big comeback. And, and he's working in that field, helping people, doing all that type of stuff. And that's why if anyone ever thinks it's like there's no hope, I'm telling you, there is. Keith, tell them.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking, if you don't get that there's hope out of Bobby's story, and I don't know what kind of message you get, because but everybody's got their bottom. You know what I mean? I'm just thankful that my bottom wasn't as deep as a lot of people's. But I could go right back to it if I act on some of the thoughts I was just talking about. Fuck up to go to the ER for my little toe and try to get some pills. But yeah, man.
Are you all right with that fucking toe? Do I got to worry about you?
No, bud, you're good. Dude, I shoved that thing in a boot and went to work this morning.
All right, but you've been bringing it up a lot, pal.
Dude, look, you talk to my wife right now, and she'll tell you when I'm hurt or I have just a mild cold, you'll think I'm on my deathbed. I turn into the biggest bitch.
Dude, when I'm sick, I can do it. That's why I say women are way tougher than men. Every time I'm like sick or whatever, I'll be like with the sniffles. I am a little baby. Yeah. But women know they're way, way tougher.
Yeah, but I'm just, when you think that when you think that you're at your low, there's always somebody that was lower that made their way out, man. So that's why I like doing this. And putting those out there, dude, just give some people some hope, No,
100%. I just realized something. That's why you always have your phone. Duh. Because I'm going to hook up that monitor. Wait do you see? Because what the Costa did with the padding, and I have what looks like an old school plasma monitor that's just going to be able to, with all the chats that come up that I can control. And like, but then with Costa's things over it and all that. And Costa, you're the fucking man. You're the fucking man. The only thing is, though, is I'm not going to be here though much longer, though. Like, I hate to say that, but I mean, I will for a little bit, obviously, man. I can't just go, you know what I mean? But whatever. You know, like, hey, we live for today, Keith, right? We stay for today.
Got it, man. You got to do it today.
That's what you got to do. But
there's gonna be some times where one of us can't do it. So, if I can figure out the buttons, I'll pop on still anyway. You know what I mean? Talk to all the peoples in the chat room. If I can figure volume button.
Yep, I got it all the way down. Oh wow, look at that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And if you ever want to hit that like button, you X out. You guys all are. Thank you so much. Actually, Keith, I'm just going to create a post that just says we're live. That's just like in the normal YouTube. We're live. LIVESTR. Live stream.
And that said, once she spoke to Bob for 11 hours on a call. I tell you, I talked to Bobby, man. You don't even know the time's flying. Just a good dude, just all around good dude, man.
Dude, Bobby.
Yeah,
he's the best.
Well,
hold on 1 second. Boom. I gotta get him on the book. We're live. I'm gonna put Keith. You're gonna hit Keith Chibley there and Bobby, right? Because Bobby, let that accept that tag on Facebook if you don't mind. I don't know. I feel good today, man. I'd like Keith. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, you haven't heard from me a little bit. Like I was like in a all right, helping my pop next to my pop all day, doing staying up all night downstairs with them, doing all that type of stuff. But then I did have time to do like my stuff, but I just got suffocated with that. And I was just like, listen, I'm not doing nothing film wise or anything for 3 days, and I'm fucking watching. You know what I watched? Sneaky Pete. You ever see that?
Yeah, that's a good series.
Yeah. I'm on season 2 of it. And it is just, but now, like today though, I woke up like maybe that show was, I don't want to give it away, but the one Bosto guy, when he finally got it, I was like, yeah. And then my life changed. I get into shows. But anyway,
dude, I'll binge watch a series like a motherfucker for like 3 straight days, man.
Dude, you know what, Keith? I used to always get the Vicodin or the Valiums and whatever to just, oh, this is amazing. But now to be able to do that, but I'll tell you something. My biggest dream in the world, and wait, I'm sorry because my computer's real big. I got another one here. I once spoke to Bob for 11 hours on a call. Oh no, I believe Bobby's the man. I could talk to him forever. Annette, he's the man. But wait, Keith, what were you saying? What was I about to go into?
Well, taking the perks and watching a movie.
Oh yeah, so I remember, I think it was a perk 10, and then I watched a movie. It was it was Gangs of New York. But I mean, I took it before in high school and stuff here and there. But this, I remember it was Gangs of New York. It was like Christmas time, year 2000, 2001, 2000, I believe. Yeah, and I remember watching that movie like that, and I'm like, oh god. And afterwards, I'm like, I'm never watching a movie again without them. And then that's how it started. But then it stopped for years, and I was just smoking pot. All I was doing was honestly smoking pot, drinking beer, sniffing cocaine, and smoking crack only like when Coke wasn't around. And
all I was doing was pot, alcohol.
No, but meaning like when you go out on a Friday night, like not like every day.
My ass with steroids. That's just a little bit.
Well, the roids were there to keep the cock-a-doodle rocking, be rocking and rocking. But my point being to you is, like, meaning like a normal night, like with the boys or whatever, like you go out, you get some Coke, you do it, you're drinking, you might try a fucking pill or something. I don't fucking know. That's normal night. Me shooting fucking drugs is terrible night, and being addicted. It's the same thing that you were. Yeah. Same thing you were. Just you took them this way because I couldn't. I
wasn't fun anymore.
Well, dude, I would literally probably need fucking 10 Oxy 80s if they existed to even fucking feel normal compared to the strength of that fentanyl that you're on. So that's why I remember every time I went out to Philly, and I remember the last time I remember I went there, and that's like when I'm like, I'm never ever fucking whatever, I knew it was over because I always told myself if I ever end up in Kensington, even if it's just to drive there, that's what I did. So then the guy told me, I go, is it strong? Blah, blah. He's like, just be careful. And I knew when he said that. He's like, all right. He's like, all right, I'll be very careful. And, dude, I did that. And then next thing you know, boom, like, I'm cold. And like, you're fucking, the horns fucking go and you don't even know what's going on. And like, I literally fucking did a quarter of it. And it's like, holy fuck. And this was a sniff. Because this was like once when I was doing it in the beginning and I stopped for like, a month. It was out of me, got to rehab, and then I did a little sniff of it and just boom. So that's I don't know. Why the fuck did fentanyl come to our country? Come on, Keith.
I don't know, man. You have to ask the government. But
anyone out there, tell us why. Why? Because like if I'm selling it, I used to sell cocaine, and when I would sell that, I would want it to be good and safe and whatever. So I don't understand here, let's sell death to these. And if anyone sees anyone selling that shit, there's no street rule or whatever. You fucking right in a carotid fucking artery, done, or baseball bat of the death. There's no street code when it comes to that fentanyl shit. I mean, that's just poison, though, Keith. Is there a lot, Keith? I think
I'm lucky. I'm lucky I didn't get to that point, buddy. But I just find it weird how we both like the very first time I took it and the very first time you took it, we were both like, we can never watch TV or a movie without it again. That was the exact same thing. But I was watching.
I was asking my buddy Matt Flannery, God bless his soul. I go, is there ever a time after sobriety? Because I would try for 6-7 months. I'm like, is there ever a moment where you could actually sit down and watch a movie?
Mm-hmm.
I would ask him that all the time, all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then it really didn't hit me. I got to be honest here. I was white knuckling it the first year. They had me on SRIs, and I was taking Zoloft, and I was white knuckling it, and I started the Loomis shot. Mafia Truth, and then I was at what's his name's inside his trial for the last 2 weeks, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's trial. So I was just doing that type of stuff, but like not really looking at myself. But I was still talking to people though that were like motivated and good people and stuff. But it took what happened to my dad 2 years ago to really make me like I felt like I got shot out of a cannon, and then boom, I finally landed. And then that is what made me really like, now I'm not in the future. I'm not in the past. I'm that just not by saying it, just naturally from dealing with that for so long as I have been, and I'm not complaining. It taught me to naturally live in the present. And I think that's so huge with sobriety, being in the fucking present.
Yeah.
I don't think of tomorrow.
Because when you're in active addiction, you're always living in the future because you're worried about where you're going to get your next fix or your next drink, or I know I'm going to run out in 2 days, so let me start hustling that. Yeah, dude, it's horrible. You could never enjoy the present when you were in active addiction.
No, well, and plus though too, like if you have a foot back, but even like when I would try to get clean or whatever, that would always be in my mind. But I would have a foot in the past, being like, you ever like do something that was so terrible in the past, like when you think of it, you got to yell like, like get it out of your fucking head. Yeah. Well, yeah, I have a lot of them. But anyway, so it passed, and then thinking like, oh, how am I gonna fucking pull this off fucking on this day or blah blah blah. All I know is that I wasn't studying Buddhism or I wasn't doing this or that. When he got his diagnosis, I just naturally, from being with him every day and just this and that. At first, I to the doctors like, how long, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, Kevin, came along, right? Like when it was starting to get real serious and stuff. And he even said, like, he's like, your life's not on hold right now. Because I was like, my life's on hold because, I have to be here. He's like, dude, your life is not on hold. Don't ever think that. And he was right. I'm so happy he told me that. And be like, on hold from what? Going back to fucking work and fucking making fucking money and then get my own fucking place, which I'm going to fucking do and all that type of stuff. Like, you get one father, Keith,
Mm-hmm.
So my fucking point though being is that, but that drives me nuts too. Like a 9 to 5 would be a vacation for me. That's what I want at times.
I don't, like I said, man, I don't know how you do it. I'll go help take care of my dad for 2, 3, 4 days. And by the end of those 4 days, I'm beat.
Family. That's how it's because it's family.
Yeah.
You know, and
Now,
not to
speaking of
mention,
Kevin, there he is. Hey, boys.
what's up, Kevin? You know what though? It's so weird about my end. Let me see. Oh wait, there it is. How come now I can't see? Oh, it was Kevin up there.
Yeah, I put him up there.
Was he like one of the new? Oh, there he is. We were just talking about you before, Kevin. What's up, my man? From the Suffering Podcast. I was washing that shirt every day. I had the shirt on for like 3 days in a row. I was just talking about my, I don't know if you guys remember, remember when Keith, when you were younger, Kevin, you might remember this if you're still on. And let's say you had a job, not your career, but like a job. And, you didn't have that job anymore. And you get that little funk in that little era when you're looking for another job. You know what I mean, Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that little funk though, that type like hits you. Like that's like what was hitting me. Not the job I was ever, but just like everything that's been going on. Like, as that, and I needed 72 hours to watch Sneaky Pete. And I said to myself, oh my God, I'm doing this without opiates. This is unbelievable. Like, I swear to God, there's moments, man, where that's why people are grateful. Like when I say your gratitude in those rooms and stuff, I just want to fucking punch them in their nose. Look at the fun, like when you like grab for what, blah, blah, blah. But you remember that pain, Keith? Like you might have been on the edge of your bed or you're puking and like you're done. And now that you don't feel that and you could just sit still like that, you got to be grateful for that, man.
Yeah. I mean,
And
yeah.
The torture is what brings the gratitude, I believe.
Yeah. That's all I prayed for in the first, it was the first 6 months of addiction is I just want to stop feeling the physical.
Love you, Kevin.
The physical pain, and then when that finally subsided, I just wanted to feel normal. I'm like, I can't wait to just wake up one day and feel fucking normal. And I don't know when it was, man. It was months and months into it. But I remember waking up and I was finally like, I didn't think about using for like an hour and a half before after you woke up. Because usually the first thought is using. And I was like, shit, it went a whole like hour or 2 hours without even thinking about it. And I remember that day, and it was just like, that was awesome. And then it just, it slowly progressed. But
yeah,
man.
I just want to say something to Vaz real quick. And this may be none of my business, but me and my father had a falling out, and I haven't spoken to him in about two, maybe 3 years. All right, you don't have to answer any of this, but honestly, if you don't mind, though, just close your eyes and just when I say this, like, do you love your father? And answer that question. And then also just realize that he's not going to be here, though, forever. And do you want to live with the regrets? I don't know your relationship. It's not my business. But from what I'm going through right now, all I know is because I was always out in the street fucking up, being a fucking asshole. And the fact that I'm being able to be here for whatever, it makes me proud. And it makes me feel very, very good about myself. And he's proud of me. And I don't know the relationship you have with them, but all I can tell you is what's it worth, man? We could be dead tomorrow. Maybe if he did something terrible to you, then I don't know that business. So please don't take this personal. I'm just saying, if it was just like whatever, fuck, I make up. You could hit by a fucking bus tomorrow, and your head could explode. I'm just being real.
Loomis, even
for real, Vaz.
My parents are 2 hours away, and especially when I was using, I would make up excuses not to go down there for holidays or whatever, or just not. And yeah, dude, it's now that my dad is in the state that he is in, it's yeah, dude. I mean, I wasted a lot of time and good visits by not going down there. And it's all because either when I was using it was probably because I was using it, I didn't want them to see me like that. But then
you only gave a fuck about yourself, dude. You didn't care about anything else.
But then after that, man, it was like it was just I don't feel like driving 2 hours on 95 because in DC it could take 2 hours or it could take 6 hours. And then I just didn't go down there as much. And then now that it is the way it is, man, I drive down there every weekend, 6 hours each way if I had to. It's just yeah, you never know when that clock's going to stop, man.
No, and that's the thing, and especially what you see, like, with car wreckages and all that type of stuff, which is like, yeah, we just see the lights going by and look or whatever. But you guys, what you see, like I was thinking, like, in the theme song when you were like, her head from the Navy Yard, which was the anniversary, and that was just what was that last
13th.
on the 13th.
September
Yeah.
13th. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a little something on that, and always will, because that's balls of steel, Keith, and you should be proud of that. You're like me. I think, like with our addictions, I don't know, like, are you good or bad at taking compliments?
Very bad.
Me too. That's my problem. Like I if somebody, like, I don't know. I just, and like, I don't do it to be like modest or like, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm I'm not used to people like calling me shit bag, fuck bag, whatever. But I don't know. I'm not used to that though. I mean,
Yeah, I'd much rather I can stand up in front of hundreds of people and talk good about Loomis and give you an award. And I love it. Just, it fills me with joy. But to be like the recipient of that. So the Navy Yard thing, when they had my mom and dad.
And that we'll get to you right after this. Go ahead, Keith.
They had my mom and dad come up, and my grandfather. And it was just, I was like, because first of all, I didn't want to go on the news because I was doing undercover stuff, and I didn't want my face on the news.
Keep going. I'm hitting the line.
But no, it was, at first I told him I wasn't going to be there. And I made up a bunch of excuses why I couldn't be there, man, just because that was going to be really uncomfortable. But then someone in my department said, we don't get good press like this, so you don't have a choice, you're going. And I went, and I really didn't anticipate like a full-on news interview after the award ceremony. So yeah, that interview was very uncomfortable. That whole day was uncomfortable, man.
Yeah, I bet. Listen, we know how it is, and we know family is everything. And Annette, I saw that you put thanks, Vaz. My mom is dying now too. It's tough. I didn't know that, Annette. Like, I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers definitely from the MOM crew right here, from me and Keith. Prayers to your mom, and I'm going through the same thing with my father. So just know that you have another soldier next to you that's going through the same thing, and that's definitely here. If you ever need to talk, and I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Keith, do you want to say anything?
No, I mean, I saw that her dad passed away, like, what, I think it was 10 weeks ago too. So yeah, man.
Oh my God, my condolences. Jesus.
Yeah, 10 weeks ago.
Oh man,
so that, and then having to deal with your mom. Yeah. Oh
my God.
I'll keep you in my prayers, and that. And if you need something, let us know.
Yeah, for real though. Let me put up to that's. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Honest to fucking God. Oh my God. I mean, the first thing was terrible enough, Keith, with her mom. I didn't know about her dad, but yeah, Mind Over Madness. Screenshot it, or watch again at the hour and 18-minute mark. Mind Over Madness mom@gmail.com. We're definitely here.
I'll give you my, if you need my cell phone, you got it, man. Whatever you need.
That's what we usually do. What we usually do is, like, we send emails out, and then, like, if someone, and then we talk to someone through the email and stuff, and they seem all right or whatever, then we end up talking to them. But please, even on the Instagrams, if you know us on there, on Loomis_show, Keith is it's not the name of this show, whatever the fuck you call it. That's a fucking marketing genius we got over here. Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? But at least you could get those neo-Nazis out the street. But fucking you're terrible.
Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses, Loomis.
Yeah, you're horrendous at marketing. But anyway, what do we got? No problem in that. And we genuinely mean that. I don't just say anymore. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there was a time though, Keith, where could have been first or second year of addiction, where I'd be like, yeah, my prayers go to you or whatever. And if I prayed or whatever, though, they always don't like win it. But now when I tell someone like they're my prayers, like I legitimately put them in my nightmares. Because I always do this at the end of the night. I always weigh out my goods and the bads. And the goods always murder the bads. Even though some of my bads are terrible and stuff. But, like all the way down to little shit. Roof over your head. Fucking, your bed. You're here for your family. Like a lot of that's huge. You know what I mean? So you have to really get it, appreciate that. And then that's what I do. And then it ends up, the goods end up suffocating the bad. But even though the bad is cancer, which is tough as fuck right now. But I'm just saying, normally, if this wasn't going on, that's what I do at night. Remember in the AA book, they always say, did you lie? Did you have to be honest with yourself? Well, instead of that, I do how many positives do I have? How many negatives do I have? And the positives are usually fucking 121 to 3 negatives.
Yeah, man, you can't just you can't just pray for stuff that you want.
I don't pray, dude. I'll tell you who I know what I do.
You got to give thanks to the stuff you got.
No, I'm not a foxhole prayer. I pray for other people. The only thing I say for myself towards the end is I pray to be loved as I would love, as I love others. That's the only thing I ever ask for myself. Always, I pray to be loved as I love others. That's the only thing I ask. Every other prayer is for someone else. I never for me. You know, there's times though, like we're all praying, like to give me the strength at times to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, you know, this and that type of stuff, but not strength to fucking make it a millionaire. No, just like, you know, give me the strength, just like that was the serenity prayer. God, forgive me for the insanity of the nuclear bomb. No, what am I talking about, Keith? What's this sort of good? I'm sorry. What is it?
The serenity prayer?
Yeah. God, grant me the serenity and the courage of the wings that you no. What was it?
Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can,
and the wisdom to know the difference. God, grant me serenity.
Atomic bomb. Oh shit!
Oh no! But
you know what though? I am gonna pray that I somehow become a marketing genius tonight. When I say
you're horrendous, though. I mean, guys, this guy gets a blue check Instagram page. Like we're gonna get our Mind Over Madness professional page. And what's the name of the show? Mind Over Madness. He fucking names it Mind Madness. Mom, fucking what the fuck?
Oh Jesus Christ! Bro.
Yeah. So I mean, for now, I mean, if you could find it, I'll put it in the description. No, but give that a follow. And Jesus Christ. I just put mine on Loomis show again, just for marketing reasons, Keith. I always had it on Loomis because some people do. Some people like who I even talk to about other things because I try to help out other people, get them on like bigger like platforms and stuff. They were even like, "Oh, I didn't even realize this was you" and stuff because like the name changed and all that. So you're gonna have to learn how to fucking market, and you're gonna change that name, and you're gonna make that page huge. You understand?
You got it, buddy.
And I'm gonna send you videos, and or. Since I had a bigger following, Gucci told me that'll bring in more people. I'll put up a video and just collaborate with you on what we do. Like
sounds good to me, man. Whatever.
Little clips like from
tonight. You're the marketing guy.
Little clips though, like from tonight though. But I don't know, man. The past 2 weeks in the world just seemed. I didn't want to fall down a negative door. I don't know. What did you do these past 2 weeks? Everyone since we got off with Tom.
It's been rough, man. First of all, the Charlie Kirk murder affected me in a way that I didn't anticipate because I've never met the dude.
Yeah.
So that we've got, dude. There's just some like I cannot talk about. I'll talk about things I have done at work, but if it involves other people, I will not discuss it. And there's a bunch of stuff at work going on where part is the peer support team. I have been on the phone with several people, and sometimes when you have your own problems, first of all, I'll never not answer the phone, but I've been so inundated with a bunch of helping other people that it's just I put my stuff over here, but I get overwhelmed sometimes, man, where I'm like, I've got to take a fucking break, dude.
Well, you have to, if you like, listen, man, it's like you can't help others if you're not helped. You have to be on with you first, you know. And I get that. I do all the fucking time. And it's not that you're not on with yourself. It's just that you're on with yourself, but like, it's a lot at a time. And like, it's like shit. Like you got to charge up for that, Yeah. So
that's my dad had a doctor's appointment with a specialist that they waited about 1.5 years to get. Just hearing that kind of news, and just some other stuff happening around the house, man. That's not meant for a live stream. And then what one of the biggest things was, Loomis, you'll never guess. I broke my toe.
Yeah, I know. You told me 15,000 times.
Yeah, dude, it's been a busy, hectic week, man. That's all.
I know, dude. I get it. But listen, I'm only bringing your balls at the toe. It sucks.
Yeah, I know.
I know. It sucks. No, believe me, it freaking sucks. Look at Vaz. Thanks, Keith. I try my best. My grandparents raised me and my sister, and I try to live my life every day the way they would want me to. I thought I gave a beautiful speech to Vaz, and he gave Keith all the credit. So, Vaz, you know you got to laugh at that, buddy. Come on. No disrespect at all. But
see, look, Vaz even says right after that
about your father.
He tells me now, he thinks it's a good name on the Instagram page. See?
Not our name? Okay, that's fantastic. Are you like so what do you guys your Instagram? So Mind Over Madness on YouTube, nice. So the Instagram's mine, but no, it's not our name. Like people, I want people to type in Mind Over Madness on the search without underscoring, and that page pops right up. That's all they have to do. And now they got the blue check. So just change it to Mind. Go Mind Over in one word _ Madness.
You got it, bud. It's going to be changed by tomorrow, I promise.
Mind Over Madness. And if you want to throw official _ mind, make Mind Over one word, Mind Over, and then _ Madness. You hear me?
Yeah, man, I heard you. I was reading a comment. My bad.
Speaking of
Mind one word _ Madness _ official. I got it, bud.
Vaz, I'm happy. Don't let you're dying laughing. Nah, your speech was great, Lou. Thanks, buddy. I know. I was just messing around. Keith, I was messed up for a few days after that. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. The life is tough. I see if I can shrink every week. I broke 4 toes on the same foot at once and lost a toenail. That shit hurts. I feel the pain, Keith.
Victor, my man.
I broke 4 toes on the same. So I take it was every toe but his big toe. Ow. At once and lost a toenail. I lost 2 toenails at once, like Chinese torture way in a way, and it was terrible. And on my fingernail right here, a piece of wood, Keith, went underneath my fingernail and all the way down to here. And it was like that all night. And then the doctor had to pull it out. He shot it with Novocaine. Holy fuck. But that's what they do. Chinese torture type shit is like, like they put shit in your fingernails or like dirt in your fingernails and kneel on rice and shit. It's crazy though. But 4 toes on this. So he broke every one of his toes, but his big fucking toe. Oh.
But his pinky toe.
Oh, so it was. Wow. Because you know how they're grouped. I figured it was the 4, boom. But he broke everything but the pinky.
Yeah, mine's my middle one. Middle toe on my left foot.
Oh, that's the word. Well, you could still get an angle on it, though.
And then my damn 90-pound shepherd steps on it like right before I come in here. That was fun.
Well, you know what? I wish I had my 20-pound Aussie to step on.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's perspective, brother. Perspective. A little pain. You know. I mean, you got. You're the first one in on a Navy Yard shooting. I think you're gonna handle the toe just fine. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see if Keith's not here next week. It's just going to be me, or if someone wants to come on and help out, we'll see how the toe heals up. But let's see what we got. Matt Loomis is the marketing guru. No, I'm not good, Keith. Do you think I am or not?
You're better than me.
Well, no, but just with this stuff, common sense would be like if I started the page, the name of it would be the fucking name of my show. I
tried, man.
That's all I'm saying.
You got me crying, man.
Hey, Lewis, man, I'm getting that blue chip. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to do an Instagram page. All right, cool, man. The next fucking day, it's called fucking like Mom fucking Disaster Mountain fucking Do or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Just so mine, listen, actually, I would go Mind Over _ Madness. That's it. Yeah. Or official _ Mind Over _ Madness. Done. Okay. That's it.
All right.
Wow. Holy Christ, Keith. We got to talk more.
Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do though with us and our communication. It's great. It's just because obviously, with I hate bringing
The
up.
funny part is that shit's been up for 2 months and you haven't said anything about it until today.
What's been up for 2 months?
The Instagram page.
Well, yeah, because now it's time. It's time, dude. All right, enough's enough. I figured it would. Maybe I gave you some time. He's like, let me see if he figures this out, but he didn't. So now you're getting scolded. And nah, but for real though, I just think it would be a little smarter if we used our name for a page. That's just me. I don't know if I could. If you want to run a poll, we can run a poll tonight. No, I mean we're running a poll.
No, we don't need to run a poll, bud. You're right.
Man, look at this. Wait, man, Loomis shows no mercy. No, Victor, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If he's, we'll see. Lost toenail, big toe. That sucks, man. My brother lost that too. It's fucking brutal. Brutal. But no, hang in there, Keith. Anyway, Matt, guys, make sure you're taking care of yourselves also. A lot of people get lost trying to help everyone else and love yourself in the process. Well, that's what it is. And it's not the play God thing. I did that when I first got out playing God. Oh, I know everything, this or that. But it's not even that. It's just that a lot of people could come to you at a time. And when they do, I always say this, Keith. I always say that, and I even have it set up here in this house because I can't even, my buddy wanted to see me today. He had to come to the deck. Like I can't leave unless something's planned out. So I always don't make sure that I get a half hour of just quiet time where I just lay down and I can put on some music, whether it's Black Sabbath, Ozzy, Floyd, fucking anyone, fucking Ruby the Hatchet, fucking anyone, anything, any Pantera, anything. So my point
that's my gym time, man. Hour and a half.
Yeah. So that's like the same thing, so, but also I think if you even 5 minutes, if you get 5 minutes in a room by yourself and you just breathe and you just take good breaths for 5 minutes every day by yourself and you still do the gym shit and everything, you're going to notice a huge difference. Because think about it, man, you wake right up, man. Well, your kids are grown now to where they're going to school and stuff. But when you're waking up for first shift, the wife's up and the kids are getting breakfast or running around the house. You're getting ready for go to work. You're so right when you wake up, it's just it's madness. You know what I mean? So it's not like, shit, I got to go. I can't run to a closet right now. Well, you know what I mean? Well, kids are getting ready and all that stuff. So, but that must have been beautiful, man, to raise a family. Though I never got to do that. That's awesome, Keith.
It's awesome, man. Definitely comes with its headaches. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I made my peace with it. I'm 44 and stuff like that. Made my peace with it. Single and all that.
I've had friends that had babies in their 50s, bro.
No. I already made my peace though with it. My point being though is that plus I have Kyle who carries the family name and he's good at numbers, man. He's going to be a hell of an accountant. So anyway, but what I'm saying though is that, I'm at peace though with that. I'm just saying though, sometimes I look at that because my relationships didn't work out because I'm nuts or whatever. My relationships didn't work out because of my addictions. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's fuck, you know what I mean? Because usually, if you meet a broad and she's like, holy fuck, man, this broad is insane. She's crazy. You just know it. You know what I mean? That wasn't me. It was fun. And every ex that I have will attest to that. So but it was always, the drug. Everyone chased with the skirt. After high school, I chased the cocaine. I chased the drug all the time. I don't know what it was about it. Yeah, I still had sex. I still had girlfriends, all that type of stuff. But I'm just saying, I don't know, man. I was so curious about drugs from a young age that all I know is 4 years this Thanksgiving, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. But
thanks, Keith.
Thanks. You didn't see it because your fist was in the way.
Yeah, you didn't hit the camera. Just breaking balls. Who do we got?
No, but seriously, Loomis, dude, you don't know what you got. You in a year and a half, you could meet some freaking 32-year-old.
Good night of that.
Just running around.
144. She's in England. That's right. Bedtime. Thank you. Great show. Hey, I'm so happy that you gave your time. And if you don't mind, if you hit the like button on your way out of the chat, the net, you're the best. thank you so much. And I hope to see you again on Tuesday. And a lot of videos will be dropping before that, but get some rest. And I'm so happy that, think about that, Keith. Someone's out in England and like, they're just giving their time to watch us. Like
That's
that,
awesome.
that means a lot. Thank
It
you
does.
so much in that.
Even with the messed up Instagram page, she's still here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. And and Vaz said good night to her as well. And Vaz is the man. Vaz is ever. He's on the Aussie channel with me. He's on this one though with me. I love Vaz. He's the man. Annette hugging, having a good night. Carolyn. I met Annette. Oh yeah, you're thinking Carolyn. Carolyn's real cool, man. The one, Keith, that you guys said.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I sent her actually a video today. I was like, listen, you are like, I'll just put up something out of nowhere. Next thing I know, there's like 3 stories and tagged up and shared it. And like, yeah, she's fucking awesome.
Yep, she's awesome.
Yeah, she is cool as fuck, man. Shout out to Carolyn. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, but I grew up in an Irish family and I can't help it sometimes. But shout out to Carolyn. Thank you very much. Look at this, already an hour and a half, Keith. Like, doesn't even feel like it. I could still rock and roll for at least another 10 minutes if you can, because it will be exactly 9 p.m. Could you go to 9?
Oh, yeah, man.
All right. What do you guys think? You guys want to hang out for 10 more?
They said yes.
Gotta be here for my boys. You are great. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, Vaz. So, anything in the police department though change from Charlie Kirk's murder? Like, when you went back to work, like they talk about it, like different people that what they could be like outside or anything. Like, did your department talk about it?
I think the only thing this doesn't really become that Saturday after Charlie Kirk was murdered, we had that big Special Olympics event, and the vice president and his family came, and it was just fucking crazy. With he's coming, and it's just you've got to do 10,000 more things to make sure that, because there was probably 8,000 to 10,000 people there. So just the whole security part of that was nuts. But no, man, it's just nothing.
So you were there, wait, for the vice president, you were there?
Yeah.
For Vance?
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
He just came to the event. I didn't have really any contact with him. I saw him walk by, but it's this
was a week after Charlie Kirk's murder.
The Saturday afterwards, yeah. So
it wasn't though when he actually took the coffin, was it?
No. It was,
okay.
This was a couple days after. I think it was Tuesday. It was that Saturday, so 4 or 5 days afterwards. Oh no, it was the day after that, because he went and got that. He went and got the coffin, and I guess
put it on the actual plane, and then brought him over. That's why I was wondering though, because it took about like 6-7 days before they moved the body and all that stuff. So that's why I was wondering. When you said Vance, I was putting the times together, and I was like, oh, that was like right around with Charlie Kirk.
He's cool though, man. But when they were running for, when he was running for vice president, he had his plane at Reagan, because he lived right there. So he'd fly out, fly in every day. I'll send you pictures, but me and my dog, we had to search his plane. I searched his plane several times, because you got to bomb sweep it before they, obviously before they get on. But we had these baseball cards for our dogs that we hand out to kids or whatever. And he's got 2 little kids. So the back galley of the aircraft, where they make all the food and stuff, he had pinned up all the baseball cards of the dogs that have searched his plane. It was probably like 40 of them. It was pretty cool to see.
No shit.
Because usually the politicians aren't very nice to us, even after we.
Well, was this during the campaigning?
Yeah, during the campaigning.
Of course they're going to be nice during the campaigning.
Yeah. Well, the other side wasn't.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. We just I mean, we live in times now where by the way, there's 2 stores open up at the mall, and I wanted to get something for my nephew, And I also wanted to get something that I personally wanted for myself. That I start doing that with sobriety too. Like I feel like if I earn something, I'm like, all right, yeah, you could buy something for yourself. So I went up and bought something, and I don't just buy stuff. You know what I mean? I have to earn it in my own mind. It's weird, which is good though. But anyway, so the fuck am I talking about? What am I talking about, Keith?
We were talking about JD Vance, the politicians. I don't know where.
Yeah, but then I said something about going to the mall, and yes, got it. So when I was going right when I stepped out of the car and got into the mall, I immediately thought of you, and I was like, and I'm usually, I'm aware, and I have I don't care, I'll say it. I have this right here, and then I have what do you call it down here, 380, which I could carry. So 380. I can't even say it. 380. Why can't I fucking say the name of it? It's like from Argentina. I love it. 380 Bursa. That's right. 380 Bursa with the chrome on top, black. That right down there, and then this right here. But this though isn't do the stab. This has one of these on it, dude. You just go doink on the head. The ball game's over. But my point though is that bring me back to speed again. What were we talking about?
You thought about me. You were at the mall.
Oh, yes, that's right. So then I said to myself, I go like this to myself after I thought, like I really started like looking around and I'm like, listen, because I went in there at first darting in there and there's, a bunch of people at JCPenney and stuff. And I just went in there and then I stopped and I had that moment. And it's like one of those mirrors like right there. It's like by the post. And I remember saying to myself, like, dude, you'll get your fucking toys when you get them, you fucking 14-year-old, you 10-year-old. Calm down and fucking know your perimeter. And I fucking, and I just didn't. I mean, usually if I'm in a room, I'm always usually like that or whatever, but shopping wise or whatever, though, like, but it's weird though, man. The mall's like ghosts now. It's only like 6 stores open. Everything's all caged down because the internet is crazy. So it's just so weird seeing it like that. So, but at the same time, you think, well, no nuts are going to come here. There's barely anyone though here, blah, blah, blah. But we do live in times where you have to be aware of your surroundings at all times. And we all should be, and that's why I'm so happy, man, I'm clean now because we can't be, you can't be aware of your surroundings. If you're hammered, if you're you know what I mean? It's impossible. So I don't even know how I got the van home at night. And you know about the helicopter finding it the one night, like forget about it. It's insane. But my point though is that, see, I always think back, man, those stories. I lose my train of thought. Fuck. But anyway, yes.
You need to be aware. I find myself doing that all the time.
Be aware. Thank you.
I find myself doing that all the time. Like I'll be walking through wherever, and my brain will just say, like, okay, if it pops off here, where would you go? Is that trash can really going to stop anything? Or would you go behind the concrete column? It's all my brain does that stuff all the time.
But Keith, you have to have a balance, though. You have to have the balance of, okay, I'm going to be aware. I'm still going to enjoy the moment. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you have to kind of turn you got to get that right mix into you. And
yeah, I mean, it's usually like if we go to a concert, the first 5 minutes are not real. I mean, I come up with a plan. I come up with a plan in my head. And I'm like, if it goes here, we're going to go that way. If it goes here, we're going to go that. And then I can bring it down. I'm like, all right, I got my game plan if shit pops off. So
yeah, concerts are I mean, just I always bring it up. But that one in Vegas, man, when that guy just started popping off shots from up at the roof, like just boom, 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 like holy fuck. He had an AR-15. No, he had an AK.
Dude, he probably had 12 guns in that room. He had several of them.
Oh yeah, just boom, boom, like that was nuts, man. And that's why, like, we see it on the news, but like, I really hit me that like, it's not, don't take things for granted. Like that shit could have happened to you. Like, don't take it for granted. And I'm not saying don't enjoy your life and be paranoid, like, oh my God, every second, but I'm just saying, as a man, just know your surroundings. You know what I mean? And protect what's yours. I mean, that's, because there's people out there that will eat you up like a sandwich and you don't even know it. So you got to play mind games at times too, because there's always someone tougher out there too. And they might have more ammunition or whatever on you to whatever. Then you got to use the mind. The mind is a much more powerful weapon than the sword. Ivor the Boneless. Right here, Keith. That's my man from Vikings. Ivor the Boneless. Catechit. I love that shit. But he was a real Viking, though, that almost took over the world, and then the Saxons don't beat him, but he was 75 years old, and there's a statue of him in Ireland. He was the king of Ireland at the time, but yeah, Ivor from that show Vikings was actually him and Bjorn were the only true characters. Ragnar's still iffy, but that was my favorite show, Vikings. I love that. You heard of it, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Loomis, mind is always going elsewhere. Yeah, exactly. My mind, I have no plans of going to sleep anytime soon. I'll chill with y'all. Night. My 2 girls saved my life. Well, that's the thing too, man. Like you know what? I do this a lot with this comment right here, Keith, and you can relate to this big time because I mean, you love your kids more than life itself, obviously. You know, I talk to you about being a dad and all that stuff. Like you love your kids, obviously. Like so, like when you have something that's going on, and then like you also instead of just, you know, there was times where I just had to get good for me. But to have though, like, you know, the family and the kids and that, like, that's gotta help. That's gotta help
Oh yeah, yeah.
to get, you know, to get you
100%. I mean, if I didn't have them, I would have never gotten clean ever. I just wouldn't. I didn't care to. They say you got to get clean for yourself, and I learned that along the way. But the reason I went to go get clean is so I didn't lose my kids.
Yeah,
that was the only reason.
And I remember one time my buddy Ola Morris, badass guy, freaking I love him to death, and he's always, you know, he works for like a military foundation trying to get them scholarships in the rehab and all like good rehabs and stuff. He's just a great guy. Anyway, what the hell was I just gonna say? Like, why am I losing my mind constantly tonight? I'm like too excited. I'm like, but you guys, my point is this: I don't want to step out of line. I never had children, and like my niece and nephew, like I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like my blood type, my brother even said, he's like, no, it's a different animal. Like you don't know till like you have your own. So to have that, you know, I look at my life too. I'm 44 years old, and like I never had one. So it's like, you know, there are times when I just look at that and I'm like, wow, like why did like a lot of my friends though die who had kids? And why am I still here who had no kids? I mean, I can't help but question that. You know what I mean? But
you got a bigger purpose, man.
I don't know what I said. I don't know. I talked to someone that's legit with that shit, and they just told me. But then I feel like that's selfish. That they said that same thing, like, "Oh yeah, no, it's a bigger purpose for you that you would to see that, so that bigger." And I'm like, "Well, then that's fucking selfish." What the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. Life's fucking.
No, it's not selfish. Just because you have kids doesn't mean you're still giving back to everybody else, man.
No, I know. I just like when Matt said that, I just thought it was a great comment because I know you are your kids and what I went through, what you went through, what Matt's been through, what everyone knows been through, like with having kids there, that's definitely got to be more because the best motivator is pain, right? But the kids might be the second best motivator after. And Keith, this is what I want to say about Olin. One time I almost talked someone out of rehab because they wanted to go in for someone. And Olin almost backhanded me and goes, dude, of course they need to go in for themselves, but let them get the fuck in there. If that's what gets them in there, get them through the door. Just like when I first started out, first year doing it. And I was like, yeah, duh, like that makes complete fucking sense, obviously. And then, you know, if they're in there because they're daughters or whatever, but then they just naturally end up doing it for themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't think there's a way. Like I don't think like it's like this is exactly the way how you got to do it. And I'll just say right now, one of my best friends, Corey Orridge, shot 2 bundles of dope heroin back when it was heroin a day, 2 bundles, 20 bags, and it was real good shit back in 2005ish. 2 bundles a day for 6 years straight. Boom, went to detox, got out of detox, didn't want Suboxone or nothing. Right now, he's fucking, I believe he's clean for 20 years now.
Wow.
with no AA, no nothing. Just he got a family, he got married, he had children, and that was the greatest thing in the world that ever could happen to him.
Yep.
And he's a man's man who holds it down, works his ass off, and so percentages.
Everybody has their different path, man. It's just whatever gets you there.
I say this, Keith. I don't put any one of them down at all. Here's what I say: if whatever works for you, works for you.
Yep.
Like when someone's like, "Oh, NA and AA worked for me," why am I going to put that down? That's amazing. It worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's no, like yeah, no, and that's not what I'm saying at all. For me, it's having a group of people like you and Kevin and Bobby and everyone. My buddy AJ, Jansen, and great people around in a circle. And my good friend Joe Pisano. What's up, Joey Pisano? Shout out. But he actually has been coming down. He'll stop in the driveway. He'll be like, "Come on down." And I'll go down and actually chat with him. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because I don't get out of the house a lot, so it's nice. And you know what I mean? That's friendship, people. Like, just check in on your people. Just don't call for your motives. Just call them up, be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You don't know what they're going through, or just if you just want to throw them a text or tech savvy, just be like, "Hey, man, I've been thinking about you. How you doing?" You don't know, man, if that could save someone. For real. I'm not trying to get corny, though. It's the truth, though.
No, it is.
So yeah, these lives are always going to be random talks in the chat, but this show is about interviewing listen, everyone that we're going to interview seen some mind over some crazy madness type shit. All right. So the bottom line, though, is, this show originated, I believe, I don't know about you, Keith, but helping like with addiction and all that stuff and helping people get through that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Crazy traumatic life experiences, man.
That's our staple type stuff, but there's going to be interviews of other stuff, but there's always going to be there might be an interview and it might be broken up for like a minute or two with me and you saying like something like, yeah, this blah, 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 and it goes back to the whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just want to be respectful and just do it that way. And I think though, man, even though I had to do that overnight, that first interview with the editing and stuff, I think it was good. It was just
it turned out awesome, dude.
It was just though that there you gotta realize 100,000 people put out 9/11 videos that day. You know what I mean? So it's hard though to get in there, and our keywords weren't even set up yet in the studio, so I had to get them set up as well. So I learned a lot, like with text, not text. What are they called? Hashtags, like stuff like that. Like you don't want to like hashtag like let's say mental health. Like you want to hashtag like education on mental health. Boom in the back. And like it's just you want to like humanize the hashtags, and you don't want to use too many of them and stuff. And it works. Well, it did at the other channel I have, but I don't know. But YouTube's weird, man. YouTube likes known names. Like if someone's like the Chief's son, right? He's on YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
So just by putting his name up, if he's on, because they check when you put a video up, they always check through if you're cursing too much. And I think I got great, man. The Loomis show, folks, every video was always yellow, which was limited. Like meaning like for like when we were able to make money because of my cursing. But I got good, Keith. Like you have no idea, man. Like I was terrible, like terrible.
I'm proud of myself as well, man. I've done
well, I mean, I'm sure we're still gonna drop it here and there. But my point being is like, I mean, it was like every second. So now that like I don't know, like did they? Well, actually, maybe we're not at the point yet where we can get monetized. So maybe I don't know if we'd be limited. But I don't know. I just know I'm not cursing as much, so it's nice. Getting better, getting our rounds in, man. Did we ever miss it? We missed one, right? Did we ever miss a Tuesday since we started?
Not this show. I think I missed one when I went to the beach, but this show I don't think so. When it was on your old channel, I did.
Well, no, this one here.
Yeah, we haven't missed one yet.
And I remember though it was the day Ozzy died. And like I was going through stuff too with my pop and all that stuff. I remember you said Ozzy Osbourne. When you were R.I.P. Osman, we love you. But oh God, I love that man. But that day I remember like when that news came out that he died, and just how life's been, but for me anyway, for the past year, like same like with you, you're probably on that. But my point being is that day I remember you're like, dude, if you don't want to do it, I get it, blah blah blah. And I thought that was like real cool. Like I was like, oh no, thanks, man. But then we ended up doing it, and it ended up though being that was like that was our biggest live. That was our biggest live. It was like 737 like people watch that. And what was I going to say? That's why I believe that no matter if you have a broken toe, I think you should try to make it. Now I'm not going to say like, when Pops passes and it's on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a whole nother ball game, dude.
I'm just saying though that don't be surprised though. Like if I pop up because I can't isolate too long. I'll be on the phone with you for a long time, Keith, but whatever. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I won't bother you. But
bother me all you want, man. You kidding me?
No. Well, I have a shrink, but I think it's all for me anyway. It's not the AA stuff, all that type of stuff. Whatever works for you, works for you. And for me personally, it was finally, having like that spiritual awakening of like, wait a minute, I'm not in control. I'm actually in the present. Like I could feel it. Like I felt like I was floating. It was amazing. And it was just unbelievable. And I just knew right then and there. I was like, holy fuck. And that's just how I am. And when I was walking Ozzy, it was about because she died in January, and right now we are in the end of we're in the end of September. Yeah. So sorry for me, every day Groundhog Day, Keith. You know what I mean? Every day. It's same. So and I'm not looking for pity. I'm just telling you how it rolls. So, but my point though is that you know what it is, man? We need to make a segment called I always forget my point beings. I always forget what was I talking?
The Loomis point being of the day.
Last night I was up all night editing. I got half of Tom and Gene's thing. That's like I got to finish though, dude. That shit. I don't know what it is. Okay, for instance, if you drive like 6 hours and I used to be like, oh, no big deal. That's just sitting down in a chair. But what you don't realize is like, even though you don't like, you ever drive and like 40 minutes go by and you're like, holy shit, I wasn't even realizing I was driving. Like, how the fuck am I here? But your body, so many things in your body are on that shit makes you tired. Oh, you know what I mean? Like without even like realizing it. So like when you're up all night doing the editing by yourself, like just constant and boom, 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 shit wipes you out. But it's so worth it, man, because once something's out there, it's out there, and I want to have him back on. I want to ask him some other questions.
Yeah, he'll come back on.
Yeah, no, like I wanted like that was great because it was the day before. It was on the 10th. Yeah, it was when Charlie Kirk got killed. Because literally Tom and her, they left the backstage, and then all of a sudden me and you were talking about what we're gonna do, and then you were like, "Oh shit, dude!" You're like, Charlie Kirk got shot, and then you said when they usually say, what did you say when they usually say? They don't tell you the condition. You just got shot. It's usually not good. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like just watching the video, I pretty much knew. Like
I said, no, but I know, but before you saw that video, though, I remember you said to me, it's usually not good. And then all of a sudden, your son though told you, I got this video. You're like, he's whatever. But I'm not laughing at that, but laughing at the point that you were like, oh, he told you that he got this though, where it was everywhere. And I just think though it was kind of disgusting though that was out there for that long though. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
I mean, the guy has
daughters are gonna watch.
And I'm not even going left to right with this though. Like I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or whatever though, but how many more people are going to church now and stuff? It's like crazy, man. That guy did have an impact, man.
Yeah, he woke up a lot of people.
But he did wake him up, and not woke like the other woke him up like the values, the old school church, Jesus Christ, all that type of stuff. So I mean, big time. So which is crazy. And think about it, like he had balls of steel. Like he would just go right there. And they even said, like, Charlie, do you want metal detectors? He's like, nope. And like, boom, and he's just right outside, just and he knows these people. Some of these people like are like they fucking despise like because he doesn't agree with abortion or this or that, and they despise him. So I mean, that man, that's say what you will about him. Do I agree with everything he said? No, whatever. I don't agree with what a lot of my friends say, but do I agree with all of his things? No. But to take him out like that, man, and I just feel for his family, so much of the kid and the kids, man. Like like that's just not good. That's not good at all. And that was the same day, September 10th, when we got off with Tom, and you literally like, because Tom would have talked about it. Because they usually call up like CNN or those news reporters, like, what do they contact Tom when something big happens and ask them?
Yeah, usually, especially if it has something to do with domestic terrorism. He's usually the go-to guy that's on the news. So
yeah, because what did he do after? Because because I'm still editing, and I mean, we interviewed Bobby, and with the Ozzy channel, Into the Void, that I do, Ozzy Osbourne tribute, all that stuff. I might have missed something though, but when I just said all that, and I lost my train of thought again. Say what did you just say, Keith?
Interviewing Tom about something.
Oh yeah, but what I'm trying to say is though that they contact him and this and that, but he stayed on the terrorism task force for his whole career after 9/11, and that.
He was on it before and after. He stayed on the same squad for his whole career, which is unheard of.
And when did they retire together?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's amazing.
9/11, 2019, I think.
I wish that I had the picture though, man. Like I love the life. If that's the life I want, like a woman that you can just tell loves him to death, and he loves her, and then you just travel in that freaking motorhome, and that's amazing. Good for them, man. Like good for them. And they were great people, man. So nice, like so nice and polite and stuff like that. And I know deep down Tom got a kick when he said Springfield. I put a picture, it was my picture up of the social club of the gang of the mobsters. I know when he was watching that, he saw that. I know he knew what Mount Carmel was. You know what I mean? Because he knows about Springfield. And those were my pictures from when I was in. I actually filmed the first mobster inside a social club. I filmed the first interview ever of the mobsters, of former ones. Johnny Pockets, what is up, buddy? How you been? Look at this, buddy. And they almost made me cry. I still can't do it. Hold on. He gave me these, Keith, for Ozzy. He's like, hey, man, I got some like healthy dog treats. And he sent them to me from Boston. And Ozzy passed like 2 weeks later, and I still have that there. Oh wait, what's this? That's a 3-monther.
Oh, there you go.
Could you see it?
Yeah. No, it's like just looks like a mirror.
Wait, let me see something.
No. It just shows the background, the green screen in it.
Yeah, no, that's just the I don't know. But anyway, Johnny, it was a coin. It was like a 6-month coin from ages ago. But Johnny, thank you so much, man. And I don't know, I just can't throw those away. That meant a lot to me. And then me and Joe, I can speak for Joe Buffalino too. He loves the paintings and really appreciates everything, buddy. And it's great to hear from you, my friend. Great to hear from you. I've been kind of silent though, like, for me anyway. A lot of people be like, no, you ain't. I hear your loud mouth everywhere. But I'm saying, like, if I, like, for me, Keith, not to yell something out on a camera, like on Instagram or something like that. Like if it doesn't happen like for like a day or two, like it's usually I'm in some type of like mind fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I like,
yeah,
I like to come on sometimes and tell people to go fuck themselves and all that
yeah,
stuff.
that's always, trust me, I get it. I love it too.
Oh, it's great, man. And just be yourself. Looks like a small mirror. We believe you, buddy. No, buddy. No, that was a 6-month one that I totally probably got when I was smoked out of my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that was the good thing about Kevin's show was that with the George Carlin thing though that he fucking brought up Keith or my thing on Kevin's show
Yeah.
that and it made though like a lot of sense, but that was the first time though that I ever though like got to like tell like from like the childhood to like and then like I'm sitting down in like a professional podcast studio with the headphones on and like how everything's going. It's like the first time really tell out. Like that was very, very fucking therapeutic.
Yeah, no, it is. It is for sure. I think his show is his show was the first time I did it not in person. I think I did it a few times in person at different trainings or whatever. But yeah, it was the first time I did it on like a podcast or a show or something. Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
Well, and the thing, like when I would say something out, like like I'm a piece of shit or whatever, what he would say afterwards, like would make the I'm a piece of shit into like, no man, you're all right, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like it would just, you knew what he was saying, and it was just I don't know, it just felt good though to finally get that to get a lot of like we were under time because like. It was the first thing promoting the Buffalino project, so we had to do that as well. And his stuff is like I believe like an hour and 20 hour and a half tops or whatever. But I brought all the buff. I brought the suitcase with Angelo Buffalino, Russell Buffalino, all that type of stuff. So we had to do a show on me growing up and how I got into this podcasting stuff and talking about my family and my brother and all that too. And then with what I'm going through now with my pops. To the Buffalinos as well. That was a lot though to try to get in like an hour and 15 minutes. But the way he did it and the stuff and it was definitely good. Definitely good. Like I'd love to go back on there one more time just to tell mine because I like his Kevin when he talks back to you and stuff and like the way it's therapeutic. I like it.
Yeah. And, no, it is. Yeah, it's fun, man.
Speaking of him, though, he's got to jump on one of these lives or just do a normal show with us.
We got to get him.
Yeah, and that reminds me on this channel, I'm going to do what do you call it? Because I'm going to do a book review on his book because I'm almost done with it.
I read it too, man. Yeah, that'll be a good one.
Yeah. Oh, you read it too?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I read this book a while ago. Yeah.
Perfect. Loomis, how great was it to get that weight off your shoulders? I'll tell you what, buddy. There's already enough weight on our shoulders in life. Why add more, right? Yeah. But you're exactly right. And you know what it felt like? It felt like chains that just had me constantly like, I can't sit still. And then just shackles just came off me. And I was like, like water. Like I can't explain it. Like in the present. Like, oh God. Like, to be still and to be in the present is the big. I would have fucking paid millions of dollars. I would have seriously. I remember I used to tell myself, Keith, I'd be clean for like 6 months and still feeling like because I was on hard shit and like I was trying to get off methadone one time, which is like takes forever. Trying to get off of Suboxone, it takes forever. But with the methadone, it takes like almost a year, and I'm fucking dying, and just kept going, and just kept realizing why go back if you want to know something, man. Besides just being that shit though, man, that if you get through something like that, first off, we're capable of anything.
Mm-hmm.
We just don't give ourselves enough credit.
Exactly.
We are capable. What I just said, like everyone could do it. I'm not special. It's just that, it's I think it just boils down to how bad do you want it. Like that's what it boils down to. And
you have to want it or it's not gonna work.
And the only thing I'm going to say on this channel that, and I think Keith will agree with me, we are absolutely not here to judge anyone who drinks or smokes pot or, just lives your normal life, or I don't have anything against cocaine. As long as it's cocaine, I have against be careful getting cocaine because there's fucking fentanyl in it. And someone else I know just died fucking 3 days ago. So getting cocaine and thinking that it was fentanyl. So, excuse me, thinking that it was cocaine. So my point being is be careful with that. But just because me and him don't do that, don't think, oh, I can't say I have a beer. Are you fucking kidding me? I have no problem. Like, Keith, do you have anything? Do you have anything against beer?
No, I don't have anything against. I don't have anything against people that get clean and still smoke weed.
I don't. But I
just can't do
know
it myself. You know,
one of my best friends in the world tried everything, literally everything, all the way to like ayahuasca and like stuff like that. And he ended up getting a card. And I think those card things that you twist on, these things that you smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, one of the carts, the oil. And he got he told he's like, he went through like 4 or whatever. But then like, I think it was like the 5th one that he did. He was like, oh my God. And to this day, and that was back, wow. That was about 4.5, maybe even 4 3/4 years, maybe 4 3/4 and 100 day on top of that years. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of the time though. But that, and he stayed with that same exact, like if the store wasn't getting that, he would get it mailed to himself and all this stuff. But that alone, no SRIs, no, and I'm not putting anyone down if anyone's on them or anything like that from your doctor. We don't judge anybody here, even if you're on Suboxone, if you're on methadone, that's fine. We don't judge at all. It's all about just trying to be better every day. But I had to say that segment and then ruined what I was going to say. I forgot. Go ahead.
No, man. I mean, I agree. I'm not judging shit here. You do what you do as long as it works for you. But unfortunately, I am going to have to jump off here in a second there, pal. But
Keith, my whole point though being is we don't have a problem with people who are having a fun and a good time or whatever. We just don't want people to kill themselves. And fucking, we're here if they need us.
My wife drinks, man. She drinks while we're out together. It doesn't bother me at all.
No. So. And and you have your own little thing about that understand like that's a beautiful thing too, that she stayed and waited out, and you still got to see your family though grow up, and then have to go through the bullshit of like visit that's fucking, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm blessed.
Definitely.
Yeah. And that's why you said about believing about what happened to you at the Lebanese thing or whatever. Remember you said, and then boom, that was no coincidence, No, and then was it 2 or 3 days later you had the alternative.
Yep. 3 days later, man, I came home and they had that whole TV show fucking intervention on my ass.
After you screamed and asked there, and then that. Yeah. And how long before that have you been living like this for?
Years, man. Oh,
years.
5 years.
So, and that was never said, but 3 days after that, it was said.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
never said once.
Yeah. Well, then when you went into fucking rehab, though, I'm sure you didn't have a problem figuring out your higher power.
Actually, because of the fog I was in, man, I didn't put 2 and 2 together for a minute,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but afterwards, once I came out of there with a clear head, it was pretty evident what happened to me, or what I believe happened. So,
well, listen, I think this is great comeback. It feels like a comeback show, Keith, only because like for 3 days I didn't do anything, even though we didn't miss a target. I mean, with the lives. I just do. I just need it. You ever just say to yourself, I need 3 days to just binge watch a show
all the time, dude.
Turn the world off. And my brother gave that to me. He said,
awesome.
He goes, I'm here on the weekend. Either you would go out or do. I go, no, I'm not. I go, I need, because isolation is good. Like for those times, like, like
you got to recharge your battery at some point.
Yes. Like that's, and oh my God, just to be able to do that is so, like this, what I'm doing right now here, I can only do, but it's like, it's always pins and needles though, but like, he's like constantly, like in the bed and stuff like that. So, I have there's 2 people downstairs though that watch while I do this. So that's good.
Yeah, man, you got to recharge yourself. I'm glad you had those 3 days, dude. But
Well,
yeah,
and
man,
even this though, Keith, even to be able to just do this and have 2 people help out, it's even though I don't get out, it's the talking, the chat, who I love to death, talking to you, who I love to death, Kevin, Bobby, everyone, Matt, you know what I mean? It's a great outlet, because you're in this. Even like I told you, my buddy pulled up today, and I just walked down the end of my driveway, opened up the gate, and then sat in his car. Like that's how far like I could like leave. So it's like, but it was great. Sat in his car, blah, blah, blah. Just, but having those days though, where I could it's not every week though. It was just at that time. He's like, take 3 days. And I chose, instead of to war through it, I chose to say, you know what? I'm fucking watching Sneaky Pete.
good
And
for
I'm not showering for 3 days, and I'm fucking laying in I'm scratching my left nutsack and eating fucking popcorn and having fucking juju beans laying all over me, but fucking with the headphones on with my big tablet. And yeah, I think a lot of us don't need that at a time. You know what I mean?
for sure.
You just said it the best, Keith. Recharging the battery. Now, when you do that constantly and that's your whole life and the door's closed, that's when it's scary. That's like when it's like, whoa, now what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But a little recharge, 3-day recharge, boom, done. Like, if anyone who binge watches shows every day of their life and does nothing else is absolutely on drugs. I'm just, maybe not though, because they're fun though without them though either though. But, I get it though. They are fucking like, and it always has that, Keith, right when it's done, it always has that next episode slide in real quick.
Yeah.
Boom.
You got okay, one more.
So I know you got to go, buddy, but you did see Sneaky Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I watched it all. It was good.
I love the actor.
I binged the shit out of it too.
Giovanni Ribisi or whatever. Giovanni Ribisi. Giovanna. All right, Giovanna Ribisi. I like him. Point being is that I gave it. I watched a movie and I was like, all right, this is all right. And then that just accidentally came on, and I was like, all right. And after you get like through like about 5, 6, not even, I'd say 3 or 4, I was already hooked. And then now I'm on season 2, episode 2, and hooked. Did any of you guys out there ever hear of a show called the oh my God, Mr. Robot?
No.
It's the guy though who is Freddie Mercury from Queen, the actor, and Christopher what's his name is in it. He was in everything. Probably Christian Slater's in it, and it was good. But in the end, like the last like 6, 7 episodes, I'm like, what's going on? But I don't know. I got hooked on it. I don't know if anyone saw that though, mentioned it. But if not, then go fuck yourselves. All right, Keith, love you, brother. Have a great night. Oh yeah, Keith's like, Loomis, when are you gonna shut the fuck up?
Yeah,
Loomis, I've heard of it. Never seen.
Sometimes you got to be at work at 4 a.m.
Dude, believe me, I'll be up at 4 a.m. But be careful, my man. And this is great, buddy. This was a podcast. Let me just get it up there. I like though just having them up though to just to keep a record. So Bobby was 5, and I forgot to put it up with the 6. So yeah, this is 6. And that was cool though that he came and gave us a little, I like that though. He sprinkled on like a little bit of hors d'oeuvres. And now we're going inside deep into his stories. We're panning pictures, music. It's gonna be fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And then I gotta finish Tom's up, and hopefully, as long as I don't want to say it publicly. Well, I will, but as long as there's no accidents overnight or whatever, then that I should have no problem though getting Tom's all done tonight. So we'll see though what happens. So that's how that rolls. You understand. I know you do. Yeah. Did you let them know? I don't know. Did you just wondering?
Who know?
But remember when we were waiting to do the interview? Like, did you let them know that? Like, I was about what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. No, because I didn't want them to think like I'm someone that didn't respect their
I mean, I
time.
didn't give them details, but they.
But they understand. I mean,
yeah.
All right, good. Look at you. See, we talk like we don't get off. We don't give a fuck. Yeah, Keith, please be careful, brother. Vaz loves you, man. I gave a great speech. He gave Q the credit. Vaz wants a fucking poster of Keith on
Hell
his
yeah,
wall.
dude.
Guys, you watch Mayor of Kingston or Landman. They're fucking great. Yeah, I saw Mayor of Kingston.
Both of them are good.
A lot of it. Vaz, I'm just breaking your balls, buddy. And I love all of you for the support. Anyone out there that's not in the chat that's just watching, thank you for watching. And please hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends. Like I said, this is an Anything Pretty Much Go show. And we got a lot of good stuff coming up with the Canadian crime with Tom and Jean, part 2 of 9/11 at the Pentagon, which will be before Bobby, actually. So we got a lot of great stuff. And I have a real special exclusive that's going to be, I'm not just saying this like, oh, like, yeah, that's going to be fantastic. So stay tuned for that. And we love you all. And thank you so much for watching Mind Over Madness. Keith, you got any last words? I just felt good today, brother. So I'm sorry if I talked a lot.
Appreciate it, man. No. Yeah, no, looking forward to just jumping this off. We're going to have some really good interviews. So,
yeah, dude. Now it's time because I got the keywords in there. You're set up now at the studio, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're set up at the studio. And then what was I going to say? You're also, we'll figure out the StreamYard thing, though, to where you could just get right in.
Yep.
You'll probably
change our Instagram name, sir.
No, it's probably going to say for my email, and then it's going to send my email a number, and then I just give you that number quick, and then you get in like that.
That'll work.
We'll figure it out, though. All right, everyone, subscribe to Mind Over Madness. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone who was in the comments, thank you so much. At least Keith doesn't mess with buttons, Loom. He's laughing about how he said how he just loves you. Vaz, your man. Vaz, Keith doesn't know how to. This is true, Matt. Keith, go to fucking bed. I'm going to keep him up. All right, everyone, listen. We love you. Thank you so much. Mind Over Madness. Get the fucking word out there. I know it's hard to find on Instagram because it's a different fucking name, but just, do what you can. And Keith, if I didn't break your balls, buddy, I wouldn't love you, But with that, we love you. Don't take shit from anybody. Live it your way, not their way, unless their way is the right way. With that, I'm your host, Loomis.
And I'm the other host, Keith.
And we will see you next Tuesday live on Mind Over Madness. Love yous all. Subscribe.
All right, have a good night.
Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. Thank you very much.
Blank to the face. So seeing her laying there with missing half of her head was just like...
The basic message that I just wanted to know that it's okay to ask for help. Like in the addiction world, people think it's embarrassing to go to rehab or go somewhere to go away. But what's really more embarrassing is being out there and still peddling and doing stuff that you need for your habit. Mm-hmm. So just know that it's okay to ask for help.
A passenger jetliner that flew into the building, that doesn't happen, right? I mean, that's a professional pilot who knows what he's doing, or she, and they're not flying into two big towers that are in the middle of the sky. That's not happening. So we knew it was, we felt it was an attack, and we felt that it was the same people who had threatened to kill us.
Corporal Keith Shibley is presented the Valor Award for his immediate response and courageous actions during the shooting rampage at the Washington Navy Yard.